Squidra Gaming just redeemed daily taxes. OG_Biggie_T just redeemed daily taxes.
Nope, that's not worked. Oh, hey, man. No, why is that not working now? Oh, that's because Biggie's got fancy fucking writing behind his name.
What a knobber.
Biggie!
Yeah, so the fancy writing goes to the end of the list because it doesn't technically register it as font. Anyway, cameras correct. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. It is us once again. Can't see my extra face behind the hidden. Zeph is not here for the minute, but she will be in a bit. Biggie, Dwarf, I see a Vol who might have just popped to Tesco. Sways, hello, love. It's Wednesday, my dudes. We are a little bit late. Oh, Teaspoon with a Siggity sub. Hello, my friend. Thank you very much.
For 41 months.
Bergington von Liechtenstein, I believe you've got a recap for us. I forgot the word. Thanks, T.
Do I have a recap?
I hope so.
I don't know. Let's give it a go. Last time on The Guild.
Ba-da-da-da.
Did some mourning. Did some talking about how to give our dearest departed friend a proper send-off. Yeah, we had a discussion about getting their parents here. Well, you know, some of us did, and some of us went out for a walk, like Jin did. Jin went out for a walk, which waylaid that discussion just the time. Because Jin needed to clear his mind. Well, along came an eagle who caught Jin's eye. The eagle came closer and was comfortable and sat on his arm. And flew off in the direction of a grouping of tents on the side of the great tree somewhere. Inside of which he found, unfortunately, a gift from his brother. 2 of his men he sent out into the wilds to rendezvous with the group as a token of good faith for allowing him to regain his freedom. La-di-da-di-da, he's dead, la-da-da, not dead, la-da-da-da, immortal, undead, la-da-da, doing a lot of journaling. Okay, yes, that was in a letter that was given to me by 2 insanely chaotic little cats that are barely 4 foot tall. 2 feet shorter than Jin is, I might add. They are as chaotic as Val ever was, ever will be. And they are now following in Jin's shadows everywhere that they go. To Jin's great credit, obviously, he brought them back to the great tree. Was that smart? I don't know. Was it funny? Yes, it was. Their impromptu timing on certain delicate matters or the lack of knowledge, context, some might say respect, looking at the way that Scaff responded to some of their more misplaced comments talking about the whole thing about getting Azura's parents to the tree. There may also be an entire congregation of Orpheus followers that want to pay their respect. They have been kindly told by the paladins to hold their horses and stay outside, as the main temple is currently
25 just redeemed
a
daily
place
taxes.
of silent, not so silent, sometimes vigil. If I am not mistaken, the names of these cats were Crixus, the gladiator. Honestly, the one that stood out to me, because, the squishy wizard, which is the next one. Slightly less chaotic, maybe a little bit more on the intelligent side. Was it just Max, or was it?
The introduction in the letter was everything but his name.
Exactly. So I was thinking
Maximus, Swifty, Swiftfang.
Maximus, something along those lines, right? Yeah. So we've got two ridiculously named in a continent that doesn't know any Latin. Cats, tabaxi, of chaotic origins due to their upbringing being alongside and in and about Eagle Cliff. We made some decisions about. Oh no! Wait. No. We made no decision. But Scaff did reach out to his sister, and he was very polite about, like, I know it could take a little bit of time for you to get here. It would be better if she suggested it would be better to talk about this face to face. Scaff was polite and said, "Well, you can take a little bit of your time. I don't know how quickly you could get here." She said, "Bet," and she showed up. Which, to her credit, it helps. But that was a thing that happened. I believe we left off the session with Scaff holding a slightly annoyed silent vigil over Azura's body. It was slightly annoying. It's like boiling halfway, maybe.
Wasn't silent, was chanting War Cleric.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah. He's thinking about switching careers from a life cleric to a war cleric. We've advised him not to, but here we are. He isn't very good at either of those things. That's okay. But I believe with that, we have basically rounded back where we were, trying to figure out how to send a message to the parental units.
Indeed.
And because we need to let them know that their son has passed on, join in Orpheus's long cold halls, and maybe get them here for a potential send-off ritual. We hadn't gotten to that part yet, figuring out how we were going to do that.
Max stood outside making careful notations in his book to note down and be able to recall the sigils of the teleport circle at the Great Tree. Perhaps flicking an eye over to Cerizella, who doesn't seem to be actively casting spells or sending messages. She seems to be a bit more in thought. And then you see she does pull out a piece of copper wire and points towards the interior of the tree. Scaff, you're on alert. Crixus and Jin, you're kind of lurking as well. Oh, you're swimming, so Crixus wouldn't have seen.
Crixus is in the pool.
Yeah. The boys inside would have seen Denala kind of like flicks her head up as if to have paid attention to something. And then she seems to be... goes a bit absent-minded while she stares into space for a few seconds, probably listening to something, and then nods slowly. She will then... Jin, whereabouts are you?
I'm currently in the main chamber. I would have been near Zeph as we had like the discussions about like, how to get the parental units here, messaging to be sent, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Being a comforting force while I'm trying to figure out in my brain what to do with the two furballs.
So Denala approaches Jin and Zeph and says, I've just received a message from Guard Captain Sarazella. She was wondering on a means of sending if there was any way that we could help, and a thought crossed my mind, perhaps. And she looks at Jin in the eye and then looks at Zeph. The orb that was used to enhance the scrying. I was wondering if we could possibly use that as a collective effort to perhaps perform a special form of sending. If it would be okay with you, if we could have it. Obviously you could be there, you know.
I prefer to be there for it.
Yes, of course. It's not a secretive thing. I just wanted to... Zeph kind of looks and... Yes, it's still in our room. And she turns to Jin. Jin, I'm going to wait in the room and just take a few minutes to myself and think about what to say. And she gestures out to the Orthus followers. Kind of rolls her eyes a little bit, clearly playing on her mind a bit. So then she kind of gently takes your hand and leads you back to the room. As you walk in, you can see she'd made that little nest in the blankets on the bed to protect it from rolling away, and she passes you the orb with a smile and gives it a gentle rub. I'll be in...
Like repowered again, right?
Yeah, so now the first time you've seen it, since she came back and she had a little play with it, you see the Kerechek side has still got its dull orange glow as it always did, but you can see now, almost as if it's like a liquid that has to spread and refill, you can see there is some purple illumination within the middle, and Zeph looks at it and she says, oh, it's a little... stronger than when I first saw it this morning. She kind of smiles a relieved smile, and hopefully that means things are returning to normal, perhaps. And she gives you the orb, gives you a quick hug. I'll be in here if you need me. And she sits on the bed and waits for Lucy to get here.
I'll take the orb and rejoin with Denala.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
As you make your way back out, you can see Max. Sarazella says to you as she walks past, the beauty of copying down these things is whilst it needs dedicated concentration, it doesn't necessarily have to be all done in one moment. So you're welcome to come and pay attention to something we're going to attempt. And she pulls like a... clearly not sure if it'll definitely work, but we can try nonetheless. So feel free to stay and do that or finish it later. Just don't forget to make sure you finish it. It's nothing worse than trying to teleport somewhere and realise you've not got all of the sigils. Not that I've done that before.
Fortunate, I imagine.
So, and she kind of gestures for the exit and leads you back into the hall.
Bit more of a spring in my step because this sounds interesting. What's about to happen?
Sarazella walks in, sees Jin returning from the back of the hall, carrying something, and she nods slowly, almost to herself. She approaches Scath. Brother, we're going to try to communicate with Azura's parents. Now, I had a thought, and Denala has made a suggestion. Something that I've not really tried or explored, but I would like to. And apparently there is an artifact that Mr. Shozan has that will maybe help. As Jin kind of approaches to the middle, Denala walks over. Denala says, so... yeah, go on.
How do you think this artifact will help?
Well, Denala seems to think that it increased the range and efficiency of a scry. Normally, divinative magics and the like can't penetrate downstairs. But apparently it worked, and Veta waddles over. I used my pull, and the ball kind of floated and then sank, and we could see clear as day. And Denala says, well, yes, and I believe Zafira said, or somebody said that it was used in Dragoon to help locate someone or something. So
It was used a few times, yeah, to help locate a few people here.
So hopefully, if it aids the location and the scry, perhaps it can enhance the sending. So,
Are you trying to make contact with his parents? Or
I'm going to
want to try and-
start with the captain, first of all, to see if it works, and second of all, so as to not be testing a theory on delivering bad news. So we will try it with the captain, and if it works, then we can go from there. I'm hoping to be able to... I mean, we've all received sending messages before, I would have thought, and generally it's one way, limited to a prompt set of words. I'm hoping, within reason, almost to open a channel to, in theory, allow more than one person to communicate, and hopefully increase the amount of words spoken to more of a quick conversation than a beated message. If it doesn't work, then I will seek words from you to send to the captain. But if it does work, then, well, we will see from there. So if anyone has anything that they want to say, please alleviate, hi, how are you? Hope everything's okay where you are, etc. Keep it to the point, but, you know, we will see.
Make a general greeting.
Yes, of course. Jin, and she kind of
Wow.
gestures to you carrying the orb. You see Denala as she looks at her face, like, she looks curious, and Veta says, oh, it's got a wee bit of coloration. Didn't they have last time?
I don't know how much Zeph told you about this orb, but my mother used to be blessed by two deities. Both held a connection to Kerecekian as well as to Orpheus. Both were imbued into this orb. Orpheus was obviously predisposed for a little while, but his blessings are returning slowly.
Oh, that's fantastic news. Veta kind of looks out at the Orpheus followers that they've almost mostly gone from that regimented stud waiting to now perhaps anticipating it taking a bit longer, and they're still all present, but they've kind of formed into smaller groups, kind of a bit more relaxed than. You see a couple of them have even gone to the pews and they're praying. There's another one that's speaking to a few pilgrims. It's not just the guards kind of dissuading them from being at the tree. They're seeming to be of good favour, at least for now. Cerazella said, well, if she kind of gestures, looks at her one arm, if somebody else could perhaps hold it. And then Veta says, well, we could try my pool again. Usually the holy waters help with these things. If it helps a scry, maybe it'll help ascend. Yes, it's a good idea. Shall we? She kind of gestures to everyone that over to Veta's plinth, what's it called? Sconce, no. Dais, whatever they are, of holy water.
We'll follow with the orb.
Jin, if you could. Gestures to the dais.
I'll look at the orb for a moment.
Yep. You gently place it on the surface of the water, and it seems to just float lightly, not really favouring one side or the other. It starts to almost tilt to one side, and then it tilts back. But it seems to favour, well, not favour necessarily, but the Kerecekian side seems to stay at the bottom, almost as if it's heavier, if you were to look at it that way, and the author's side remains at the top. Okay. So, I'm going to channel the send, says Cerazella. Anyone with the capability to send, and she looks at everyone, the paladins kind of nod. If I could ask you to be near me. If we could all, I know not everyone's necessarily of religious belief, but I think some more than others of recent events. But we will see. My aim is that it will be mostly spoken. There won't be any visual, as we are not scrying. It's not a visual spell, it is still vocal. Yet I'm hoping that it will be more like an enhanced sending stone, where they open a one-way from stone to stone. I'm hoping this will open a channel, so to speak, that can just be communicated across briefly. If anyone could perhaps offer some words, and she looks at Scath and Jin, just to bring us all up to speed. Of course, I know the captain, but if we are to communicate with him, you all saw them last, so I shall start to channel. You see Cerazella reaches down to the pad on her book and she draws a sigil. You've seen it many times, Scath, just before she relayed something. It's the sigil for sending. And then she grabs the sigil, almost pulls the arcane from her book, rubs it between her hands, and then places her hands, slightly glowing, next to the orb and closes her eyes. And you guys see the orb then starts to spin a little quicker. Not by much, but it's obviously charged with something, and it's just kind of floating. When you're ready.
While she is got her eyes closed, my hand will be on the hilt of my short sword.
Okay. My man's going to chop her up.
No, it's just in case anyone tries anything. Then they're getting chopped up.
Fair enough.
Sort of raise an eyebrow at Scath.
When you're ready, if anyone could say anything, we are to communicate with the captain of the guard in Sargard South. She closes her eyes and just hovers her hands there.
Scath, you and me, brother. can do it if you want.
Captain. Scaff. Here with Jin. Zeph. A few others. I'd hope to bring better news, but our friend Azura has fallen. We're looking to hold a funeral for him, but we would like his parents to know. And if possible, we would be looking to select them and bring them to the Great Tree so they can say the goodbyes. I understand this isn't the best of news after not hearing from us for so long, but this needs to be properly done. And his parents deserve to say goodbye.
You see Cerizella she nods along slowly. And you all kind of wait for a few seconds. And then anyone within 20 feet of the orb, which should, basically be you three, and the paladins, in the backs of all of your minds. It's more of a presence thing, Max, even though that you don't know. It's more just and it's still in your head as ascending would be. It's not like as a stone, which is an auditory thing. But you all hear, where, Scott? Fine thing to hear from you, my boy. I was going to make a joke about I didn't think you were capable of sending a message, but I shan't dally on that for now. If I was to hear from you again, I assumed it would have been for a lack of good news. Azura is a great loss to us all. Well, say hi to Jin for me if he's with you. I'm not sure how long these things go on for. You two, you can feel free to just interrupt. You feel like you could still talk.
Look at Jin. If he wants to say anything.
I'll give him a slight, crack of a smile. I'll intercede. The joke would not have been misplaced, Captain.
And you hear him.
Even under the circumstances.
Well, I knew Scath used to be a cleric, but how's Jin sending a message? And it almost sounds as if he's thinking of a reply to send to Ascending. It's all, of course, very confusing. He doesn't realise you've actually sent that to him. Right, well...
We have got the aid of the captain of Locktorpian, my sister, to aid us in this sending.
Oh, Cerizella, a pleasure. I hope you're well. Yes, Captain. Thank you. It's good to hear your voice. It's been too long. But please, let us... I'm not sure how long we can keep this channel open. I'm not sure whether you could send aid or a message to Azura's parents, and I can open the channel again perhaps in a couple of hours, perhaps, to get a response from them. And then I would look to come and collect you and them, or whoever else wants to come, first thing in the morning. Well, yes, grave news, of course, but I think it wise you coming to me and not to them. But please do, I shall keep my ears open for the afternoon And I will, yes, I will get straight to it. I hope everyone else is well. Is there Saphira there?
She's currently meditating.
I appreciate that. Well, I would like to come too, Sarazella, yes. It's been quiet in these parts, fortunately. No more paragliding goblins. I think the boys might remember. Well, be well, all, please. I will speak to you all later.
You too, Captain.
Enjoy your juice.
Well remembered. And then Sarazella kind of opens her eyes, blinks. You can see, like, she kind of almost as if she's just had a fat migraine, just like, oh. Clearly something new to process. She, like, moves her arm and the mage hand doesn't move. It just stays there. Oh, but you can tell she's trying to flex both arms. Well, it worked. And you see the paladins are kind of looking at her like, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Alright, magic mass. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So, I'm going to take a sit down and have a drink. She rubs her pupils with a mage and her eyebrows.
I will conjure a wine bottle from my bag of holding.
She
Bottle?
gives you a smirk. Well, it'll be a day or two before I'm back at work. And she looks at Scath and gives you a smile. Takes the bottle. So, and Denala interjects. Looks like we have a couple of hours to prepare, plan, do whatever else we need to. Sarazella shoots Max a glance and kind of nods her head back towards the exit. And, yes, we will reach back out to the captain. And you see she kind of... Max, you'd probably recognise it a little more than anyone else. Scath maybe a little. But there's always a feeling. Usually it's minor because of the practice and the control when you expend a spell slot mechanically. It's obviously an arcane release of sorts. And the more you run out of spell slots, it's obviously physically draining, etc. And you can tell, like, just by looking at her, that, like, Sending's a level 3 spell slot. That took, like, probably a few slots, like, rapidly, you know. So it's obviously, like, just affected her a bit more. So she sits down, boom, pops the wine bottle. She looks around, realises she doesn't have a glass, shrugs to herself and just has a chug out of the bottle.
I'll give her a nod, like it's okay.
I'm going to say, don't be shy here.
She gives you that, doesn't realise someone was looking immediately and rolls her eyes a bit and smiles. Denala turns. Well, that was certainly a sight to behold. It's very interesting indeed, and that orb, it's fascinating.
Take it out of the water. Sort of shake it a little off so that
Yeah.
her, like,
Drip,
loose
drip, drip. Yeah. And you can see as you hold it now, Jin, that small element of light that was in there, there's no more necessarily, but you can see now it started to almost swirl a little. It's less of like a mote of light, and it's become more of like a dull mist that seems to be swirling around the interior. Well, you've all got a couple of hours now before we reach out again to the captain, so is there anything anyone wants to do?
Please check up on Zeph.
Yeah. Well, she's going to be in the room until Lucy gets here, so please don't make me roleplay on her behalf.
No. Yeah. It's just popping my head in, like checking if she's like figuring things out okay. And then I'm probably going to try and find, oddly enough, Crixus.
Yeah, easy enough to do. Max, are you taking Sarazella's nod and going to finish your...
Yes.
Yeah, that'll take up another half hour, but not too difficult. You got it mostly done. Scath, are you going back to your war chants? Overwatch?
Yeah, whilst here, because Scaff's not very happy at the moment, but yeah, I'll just go back overwatching like Azura's body and probably not chanting the war cleric chants, but he'll be still unhappy.
Yeah, reasonable. Yeah, Max disappears, toddles his way back out to the finish his glyph writing. Easy enough, Jin, you knew that Crixus went out to the pools. Is Crixus still there?
In his naked.
Crixus is naked on his back, 3-inch periscope just following him. Beep. Beep. Just singing to himself. I do like to be beside the seaside.
I will approach on the side, and have you ever even seen the sea, Crixus?
Yeah. I keep swimming.
Huh. Somehow I doubt that.
How long's it been?
Water doesn't go great.
How long's it been since they sent me swimming?
20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah. Still get plenty in the tank. I just keep literally going back, like I imagine.
Yeah, it's not a massive pool, but for a 4
3
foot,
4 6,
yeah, I was going to say for the short guy, it's
fucking 32 lengths there. Let's go.
I'll sort of just follow him over that as he goes back and forth in the pool. Is there anybody else in our direct vicinity? Or
you can see that whilst there was a couple of pilgrims in the pool with Crixus, whether it was his singing, the fragrance of damp desert cat, or his vigorous backstroke, they've vacated a couple of them. There's a couple of people chilling in the mud pool. One person who was probably floating has gone to floating in the mud pool, but just isn't moving. They're just on the surface, just chilling, probably asleep. You see there's a couple of other people nearby-ish who are just kind of looking intrigued at the pools, walking towards the tree and being sent politely away. And so there's a few people knocking about, but yeah.
I will look at him with a critical look in my eyes. What did my brother tell you to do, apart from what was in the letter?
Now. He stopped swimming. How deep's the water pitch?
Deep enough for a medium humanoid can stand in it. It's it's more of a bobby thing for you. You can't. You'd have to come to an edge. It kind of slopes in like a.
I will.
pool.
I will walk enough out of the water just to have my tackle resting on the surface of the water. The boss once said, "Keep you alive," and the dragon puppy. So I'll die before you die. Like the boss want to be pissed.
Well, I've seen my brother pissed. Nothing to be too afraid of.
I mean, it's just a little chuckle to himself.
I'll sort of look him up and down. Shake my head just ever so slightly. look at him back in the eyes like wet cat fur.
Just fucking- Where you go, we go.
Were there any more in my brother's troop? You leave him all by himself.
For your knowledge, give me 2 seconds, Crixus. Give me a
There's a few of the bastards there with him, but
history check, Crixus, and a persuasion check.
Oh.
good to see D&D Beyond doing its best. That's a 6 on the history check.
Brilliant.
And that's an 18 on the is it perception or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Persuasion, 18.
So, the history being low kind of works out thematically. Because what you do remember is that Val was very vague about what he was going to be doing when he sent you. He was perfectly genuine in wanting to send you to help Jin and Zeph with the aims of, as soon as they've finished doing what they were doing, then perhaps they could come visit him. And obviously he sent you to because he can't go to the tree because he's unliving.
Dead.
Undead.
He's dead, Dave.
So all that was genuine. Your 18 persuasion was to persuade him to tell you what he was going to be up to. Being his right and left hand men, it's very rare that he was cryptic to you guys. Generally, anything he did could have included you. He you know, whether it was fighting or fucking, yeah, you know, he could have his boys there.
Well, we're co-authors, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. You write the best stories in a group. Great minds.
Wank alike. I mean, think alike.
But there was something about Val. And the more you think about it, like the way Jin's kind of been a bit like, why has he sent you to me kind of thing, it makes you think, has he just sent us to help? Whilst he honestly has, is that, like, has he sent us to get us out the way for another reason? That persuasion check, I will say that he did say he was going to a tower. The tower that he named, so that I don't get it wrong, if we look at the map that I've just popped up on screen, from the south of Eagle Cliff, there's the mountains. You can see there is a small cave that pops out of the mountains at the south of Eagle Cliff.
Yep.
He said he was taking the southern cave exit to go to Ogram Tower. You've never been to Ogram Tower. Max might have. You know, it's like a wizardy tower.
Wizardy.
A wizardy tower.
Bugbears were from, right?
Yeah, that's where the bugbears came from before they came to Saugard. But yeah, so like the more you think about it, you just with that low history, you won't get any more details, unfortunately. But with the high persuasion, he at least mentioned Ogram Tower.
There's loads of bastards with him.
That you're bastards, I'm 100% convinced of. But he got into his position of beneficial part of unliving, I suppose.
I'm pretty sure Max resurrected him.
It does not fill me with confidence about the resurrection part of things. Gonna be real honest.
He's the only magic man that I know that is as powerful enough to do such a thing.
Just above table before Biggie shits himself. It definitely wasn't Max.
Yeah.
Before Biggie's thinking of like, how am I going to explain this? Pitch hasn't told me nothing. Crixus, you do know exactly who did it though. So whether you want to take that as just some Crixus's
credit to my brother.
Jin's mind knowing that Crixus is a wizard and not a
Max is a wizard. I am not a wizard.
Or Max is a wizard and not any sort of like druid or holy person. My brain immediately goes like.
All I know, Mr. Jin, is you're the boss man until we get back to the boss man. And all he said was, when you and Puppy Dragon Lady have finished writing your book, we'll take you back. I think he's having some holiday time at Ogrim Tower. So he'll meet us back at Eagle Cliff. I've got some eagles to kill.
Tower.
It's a big shiny place with rooms in it. South of here.
I'm familiar with where it is and what is done there. I'm unfamiliar with what my brother could possibly hope to do there, considering his own skill set. But I'm sure in time I will find out. Shenanigans, most likely, I am to assume.
Might be dipping his quill.
Considering the long beards and dusty men that live in that tower, I highly doubt that.
Hey, everybody deserves to read a book. Whether it be an old
actually
dusty
reading
one.
a book this time. Okay.
Yeah. So, I'll just flick my sack. Make the water splash up about it. What is it like with the Puppy Dragon Lady? I mean, she's massive. She could probably rip you in half, Jin, which I'm not going to kick shame, but...
So my hand first goes to my hilt.
So does mine.
And as I pat the hilt of my blade, I will give him a smirk and nothing more.
I knew it.
I've seen that face before.
There you
That's
are.
the face
there
of a man who knows what he likes.
Yeah.
You're doing it, Peter.
So, considering there's going to be a bit of a shenanigans with what did he call him? The big fella.
Azura.
And the wake and all that. I'm going to try and I'll keep an eye out for things. You got nothing to worry about. No one will be crashing the party. Should be.
Jin just
chandelier.
He's just visually picturing him harassing pilgrims going to pay their respect just because they look a little off or a little disheveled.
Hey, not in them sandals. I'll tell you that. You need someone to do security. It's a special time. And you don't want some little knobhead turning up and gobbing off, do you? I will make sure those little knobheads don't get through the door.
There is only one knobhead I want you to keep an eye out for.
Is it that Garvan wanker?
No, he's actually pretty good. He's the one you should leave for security too.
He drinks water.
He's a holy man. They're a little bit strange.
Good looking holy man, I'll give him that.
So
who am I looking out for? Who's the one knobhead you want me to look out for, boss?
Has Val given you a description of our father?
He would have done.
There's a shift in Crixus's sort of demeanour. I know what he looks like, yeah. There's a bit of serious tone.
He's not to enter the temple.
Understood.
Apart from that, please leave the actual security to the guards.
I mean, they did let in a horrific creature that you guys had to kill. I'm not sure they're up to the task. But
While I share your skepticism, what happens above the trees, grounds, fairly confident in they'll have under control. Apparently, their influence doesn't quite reach as deep as below it in the root.
Everybody give me a perception check.
$29. Oh,
8.
21.
19.
This is a bad time.
Is this a bad time? No, you can roll a perception check as well.
Yeah.
Really was.
Let me just.
I just finished my noodles.
Yeah.
My noodles. The noodle dream.
Just
Wait,
roll your dice in the noodles.
we finally had the noodle dream.
Oh, if we already kicked the other one, okay.
There we go. Hello. I'm in my pajamas.
Pajamas. Puppy lady hath arrived.
The only way to play game.
So, Crixus and Jin stood by the pools. Max in his teleportation circle cubby. Scaff at the foot of the Azura plinth. And Zafira sitting on her bed. Everybody's perception checks. 29, Jin.
21.
19.
15.
Max.
8.
8. Max is locked in.
Both in the box.
Is that a curve or a line? I can't tell. Fucking runes. You all, apart from Max, it's hard to tell. Sense, hear, feel. I'll let you personally determine how it kind of comes to you. But somewhere, impossible to determine, I suppose, where, but certainly close enough for you to sense, hear, or feel it. Certainly not see it. There is a rumble. Well, whilst you can't tell from where, it was definitely underground somewhere. A short, sharp rumble. Max failed, so I will give Crixus a history check.
History check. Oh, really good at these. 6 again.
In fact, no, yes, you can all have a history check.
Well played, yeah.
Crixus can't. Crixus can't remember, but I've just remembered that the others might be able to remember as well.
17.
History. 18.
19.
There you go.
Ah!
The last
Fuck you,
time,
Scav. One more.
the last time you, like, something that could inspire a rumble like that was when you were beneath the tavern in Saugard.
Shit.
Remembering that, I look at Crixus.
I grab my balls.
I give him a short equip yourself at full speed. I'm heading back.
If Jin goes in the direction where I left my armor and clothes and sword, I will go that way.
Yeah, inside the temple. I think Zeph kind of moved them to one side with the telekinesis. You run in, you're like, skidding.
Where? What the fuck? Sure wish I didn't make this such a game.
Hearing that, knowing Jin went outside, I will start running towards outside.
Yeah.
Try and get Jin.
It was definitely distant, you know. But yeah, you take it as you will. So yeah, Jin's starting to run in. Crixus comes in looking for his gear. Scaff runs towards the front, meets up with Jin. Zeph?
Get up, get sword, get shield, no armor. Staircase down.
So just for your imagery, considering Jin is now a rogue, he can cunning action dash.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not only sprinting.
He's teleporting.
Yeah.
He's teleporting.
Naruto. So quick you can barely see him. When you say
Pretty
staircase
much, yeah.
down, Zeph.
Yeah, I want to go to the staircase that leads to the root.
Oh shit, she's okay. Fair enough.
I'm checking.
No armor, Zeph.
Yeah.
Nice,
I don't have 10 minutes to put my armor on.
Yeah, fair enough. Scaff, you'd probably see Jin zipping past you, but you've got a quick moment to say something as he darts past. Like you're running from the front and then fucking up.
Jin!
Okay, I will slow him down.
When I see Scaff,
And
I will immediately sort of just stop.
Just bounce.
Start running towards when the room we left, as we're walking towards the downstairs, or running, whichever way, we didn't go past, me and Garvan did. There's a root guardian down there with the artifact. We did not see the root guardian, or you didn't, but we did.
That's
need to go
the thing I
down there
wanted to
quick.
check.
We need to get down there quick.
Max, you receive a message, cantrip, from Cerizella. She says, something appears to be happening. You might want to come inside. Quickly.
Yeah, there's a tone of urgency in the voice.
Yeah.
If do I pass my
Walks
sister?
inside.
She's still sat on one of the pews. After she doesn't... Well, yeah, she kind of recognises the rumble, but it's almost as if she pays more attention to the sudden burst of activity than, you know, like the actual rumble itself. And then she sees you running about and then doesn't want to leave Max out. Because I'm nice.
Yeah. I'm going to say, as I'm going past her as well, just say, stay up here. Protect up here, please.
Mage armor.
Well, yeah. As I run inside,
So useful. So useful. Oh. I am fucking weird ass Fae Badger. Yeah, I'm a mage armor myself.
Push.
yeah. Well, as I run inside and I
See a hunchback jump across the pews. What the fuck?
follow where everyone's running.
Yeah, you kind of you toddle in, mage armor. You see Crixus just kind of doing the I've got shit to do quick, pulling his armor on, and he's...
Hang on, DM. Do I see Zeph not in armor?
You wouldn't have seen Zeph because she was back. She come out of her room and went straight for the roots. So you're in the temple. Then there's the lower, down the first set of stairs, there's the residential, which then goes straight down to the roots. So she would have come out of the room, sword and shield to the roots.
Cool.
We see everyone gathering in.
Rest.
Max runs in, sees you, finishing getting your gear on. Jin and Scath having a quick word and then running towards the back. Cerizella.
I'll be yelling for the paladins to alert Garvan for potential intrusion. We're doing a quick check.
What's going on? What's going on?
Tanala shouts across Vol. It was useful to me, you bastards. We know, Vol. I'm only taking a piss. And she actually does cast mage armor. She's a wizard in a fight. It's not a bad thing.
I'm taking the piss.
If we do see Garvan going past, I will just shout, Root Guardian.
Garvan nods and goes, I've still got no fucking spell slots. Guards. Selling Steve, Jim.
How long's it been?
You've put
Betty,
Dibble, Grub.
I'll.
Daniel, let's go.
Damn,
Big
Daniel.
Duffy.
Back at it again with the white vans.
Dan.
Wait, did we have a long rest?
Nope, this is the same day. You've literally just come upstairs.
there.
No one's rested for fuck all. I mean, by now you could have had a short rest.
No, short rest.
If that, yeah, you've had a short rest,
Yeah, man.
but no rests. So, Zeph,
I'll-
you guys.
I'll look after here, Scaff. You go with your new friends. He looks.
yeah, Garvan kind of comes out. He's got papers in his hands ready to give to runners, and he runs up to start delegating orders to guards. He's done his field duty for the week. The paladins kind of form up. Because I'm not sending 4 powerful paladins downstairs, they all will look after the top side and the pilgrims. Ding! Yeah, I mean, you all assume there's
Scout
something
for a
down in the
moment.
roots.
I'm just basically just checking.
Yeah.
I'll look at Scaff. I'm the fastest. I'll do a quick peek. See if we can figure out where this comes from. If it's not from down below.
If you have to go past the room we was in, left, follow it, curve round, and there will be a massive root guardian in there. At the far end of the room, the circlet is bound in roots.
Pray they're not trying to blast their way down there.
And then
And
yeah.
I'll
Pew!
start running again. Until I meet Zeph, that's also going downstairs.
So, are you fully heading
Bye.
down,
Bye.
Zeph, or did you just kind of run down into the root area to have a goosey gander?
I mean, I remember if I remember correctly, there was like the stairs, and then
Yeah,
there
there's
was
the rocky kind of stair set down.
like the rocky,
and then it's
thing.
paths. All
I'll
that for clarity, all
I'll
of that
check-
stuff is
yeah.
enclosed. They're more like tunnels, but obviously for map purposes, I had to have a top down. So it's
I'll
yeah.
check that area first to
yeah.
see if there's
Give me
anything
a
out
give
of
me a
the usual.
perception check.
16.
16. You look. It's you don't see anything in the instance of running into while you're at the top of the rocky stair set. It's quiet. That familiar twang of dampness comes to you, but it's not. There is a noticeable difference as you come down there. Before, there was an almost unperceivable dankness to the air, probably due to the manifestation fucking around and all them chained roots and corrupted bullshit. But now it's just like damp underground root caves smell. There's nothing acrid in the air. But you look around, you listen, you stop, you try to see anything that you can. Nothing in that instant. Jin appears behind you.
Oh, hello. Surprise.
I'll stop again, like
Oh, hey. Oh,
I'm okay.
I didn't break anything, I swear.
Slow fall, just fucking
I don't have any more healing magic, so you better not.
drift down. It's not flying; it's falling with style.
Style.
I can fall with style now. You're
Yeah, man.
absolutely right. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dope monk shit.
No.
No one else can.
Yeah, you give me a perception check now. You're here, Jin.
Oh, hey.
That
you
is
heard two, huh?
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 again. Can't see anything
Okay.
or hear anything.
32.
Scaff.
Zeph, I am not sure if this is from down below, but it sounds familiar to what we had in Southgard when they were
Let's at
blowing their
least
way
check.
down in.
I don't.
Exactly. Try and move behind me if you can. However, and I'll sort of give her a wink. Don't worry too much about me. And at full speed.
Lifts a finger as he starts running. How am I supposed to? Never mind. Okay. And he's gone.
Jin starts running
Where's the
down.
wizard?
Scaff comes running up behind you.
Hi.
Max and Crixus, I guess you're running up behind as well.
And since Grixis was so interested earlier, Zeph is just in like casual clothes. Nothing fancy, just Under Armour clothes. Sorry.
God damn it! Where's your nightie?
What?
I've seen the artwork.
It's a dress.
Whilst I'm running behind Zeph, obviously she's quicker than me, I think.
No, I don't think so. How quick are you?
Both 30, I think.
30.
Oh, we're the same. If I don't run on all fours, then you're the same. We can go for a jog. Come on.
As I'm catching up with Zeph or whatever, I'll let her know what I told Jin about the Root Guardian with the room behind what we fought in under Circlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Max and Crixus, you'd hear that too. You two have not been down here before, obviously. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but there's probably an element of tiny man in the Big Apple kind of. You walk into this area and it's just imperceivable. Like, as far as you could see up to the darkness, it's just massive. You know, you look down over the edge and there's like this rocky climb down. Then you look down into the roots that are like large formed empty pipe, look like hollow pipe looking tunnel systems that weave and move around that form up the lower roots section. You see just on his way, making his way deftly down, hop, skip, dope, monk shit, Jin's running down, and then Scath and Zeph are
using
at the
like the
top.
curvature of like tunnels and walls and corners just to keep the speed up.
Yeah.
Because I realized that at this speed, it's you need to stop at some point.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to.
And they're like, how the hell are we supposed to keep up with that? Boss can't do this. What? Geez.
Everybody give me a perception check again.
Well, I don't want to show off to the new bosses just yet, brother. What am I doing?
Perception.
14.
28.
14 as well.
18.
6.
Scaff and I are
6.
starting a running
Crixus
club.
is focused more about how the fuck am I getting down there without breaking a toe beam? You all hear another dulled, but slightly louder than before. For those that didn't hear that, it was a explosion noise. Now you're all down here, as you all assumed that it was a underground explosion. But from the sound of it, it was still distant enough to not be in the immediate tunnels. So whatever it is, it's a reasonable assumption that it's not here yet. And another reasonable assumption, I suppose, if anyone's blowing things up, they're probably tunneling to below the tree. I'll give you that. That's probably fair enough. But they're certainly not here yet. So if that changes the expedience in how you are making your way around, that's up to you. But they're definitely not here yet. And from where you are, if you're looking from the stairs out, like forward, we'll say that's north. Back to the tree would be south. Scaff, you'd know, and, Scaff, front right, so northeast would be where that room is, where the artifact is. Northwest would be the start of the tunnels. So it sounds like if you were to triangulate, apart from Crixus, who rolled really low, the explosions are coming from somewhere to the east.
I look west.
Yeah. Darkness.
I just get his head and go, this way.
Hobbit eyes.
Jin, making your way down first, if everyone's to follow, for the sake of explaining it twice. You make your way through the tunnels. You can see, Jin, the first thing you pick up on is that while there were dead bodies of Root Guardians, you can see now that they seem to, almost like a new budding dead plant. You can see that they've part melded into the floor, and they appear to be almost like regrowing, as if like they regrow like a small tree and then animate. So any of the dead ones appear to be regrowing themselves. There's no more mush.
I'm slightly impressed.
Yeah, man.
Not for the speed that he's going down.
Yeah. It's quite an expedient process, reforming the guards. Any of the mush that was left by the chained roots has become one with the earth. Similarly, any dead dryads, not driders, they've also become one with the earth again. You could, the only reference you could see maybe the odd little wand or ritual stick with a little cloth adornments are still kind of dotted about where they died, but the actual bodies have gone. No more chains are knocking about. They've all, whatever magic Orthus cast to relinquish the hold the Expanse had, it's all spread. And as I say, that slightly more acrid damp is now just smells like wet wood, I suppose. You know, it's not horrible. You make your way darting through the paths. Again, you see some of the Guardians who, like, as you kind of... Are you just still going full speed all the way through?
Oh yeah, as fast as I can get to that chamber.
Yeah. So one of the Guardians, as you run into that first room where the first guy was stood on his rock, you sprint through there, it turns to try to follow you, can't pick up what the fuck you are, and punches the floor and spike growths in the room. But you're going too quick. He's doing his job. He tried to defend his area. So that'll prove slightly problematic for you guys, but whatever. Jin, you continue to run through. You get to the lair room. You're almost hit by a wave of remembrance. You kind of look around. But compared to last time, where there was a swirling mass of smoke and chain, it's almost silence. You look around. You remember what Scath said. Continue through. You round that. You go into the next area. No bodies. Into the corridor where that disguised Orthus follower was. You now no longer see a large mushroom man disguise. That magic has dissipated enough. There's just the dead body of an crazed, like probably the worst scarred you'd seen. This guy was probably like the last ditch blast of Orthus fuckery, and he's like
quickly like do this and then keep moving.
Nice. The peacefulness of his rest is probably the only niceness in his form that's completely shaved head. The odd patch of hair where he's not shaved it neatly, they've obviously just cut the hair off with a dagger or something, and he's like, it's his whole, while the others were mostly arms, any bit of skin you can see is just scarified chain. But you give him the old resting eyes, and you continue running up the path. How are you approaching the next room?
Considering I don't know the lay of the land, apart from what I was being told, Jin's initial idea is to get to the chamber as quickly as he can to confirm that the Circlet is still there and to get a personal lay of the land look of like where the Guardian is. If you can see like dust settling, maybe with like a wall that they might be trying to blast towards, and if any like subtle hints in the environment that might indicate that they're tunneling towards this chamber specifically.
Okay. So you definitely heard with your 28 or whatever it was, you definitely heard that the explosions were coming from the east. It was still distant enough or like not loud enough. It's not as if it was an explosion in an echoey chamber. It's still underground, so it's definitely some kind of tunneling effort, but it's still distant enough. There's no initial damage or blasts or anything like that that would indicate that they are close enough. Let me just get all this loaded up real quick and share my Skrizzle and switch to the scene so the stream can see the shizzle. Hey, welcoming on screen for the first time as well, our new boy Mamon down in the corner. There he is, for anyone that can see him. Let's give him a pet. Look at that. Anyway, thanks to Hannah, by the way, who's coded it all, because she's a wizard. Wizard! Real life wizard! Right, so. Chamber. Jin runs up this path. You get to this corner here, and this is the chamber. You have a little roguey peek, and you can see where Scaff, I don't think Scaff mentioned it was asleep, but where this thing was asleep, you can see it's kind of actively seems a bit disgruntled. It moves a lot quicker than the other Guardians you've seen, and it's also significantly larger. Where the other Guardians are more like kind of shambling mounds made of root rather than grass, this fucker's like a beast on all fours rather than, anything else. So this is obviously the daddy Guardian, but he seems to be focusing more to this side, which, as I described, like if you're at the top of the stairs, that'd be north, and this would be northeast, so the explosion sounded east. So it's definitely over this way-ish. You're kind of here. You don't need a perception check. You're passive massive enough. You can see over in this corner, as Scaff described, you can see the I can't believe it's not Sonic's star ring. It's the circlet, which is entwined in root. But yeah, this thing is disgruntled. And there you go.
Knowing that there's a path going beyond the wall that he is sort of like parading next to. The explosions, are they like angled away from me in such a way?
It's almost impossible to tell. Okay. Upstairs, you just heard that first rumble that gave you that familiar. I've heard that kind of explosion before. The second rumble when you were down here was obviously a little bit louder, but like it's not all just open space. It's not as if it's like someone's blowing something up. It sounds distant enough that it's underground. They're obviously tunneling through underground.
Jin is
but
dumb enough to not realize that there's more tunnels. Like there's probably tunnels.
Yeah. There's masses of tunnels and roots. Obviously, this is all covered. It's all like hollowed out root, all of these paths. So yeah, there is more of it. But yeah, it seems like it would be coming from the east. And you've not heard any more since you came down.
Crouch down, stay in cover behind like a rock so I can keep eyes on the root guardian. And sort of keep my ear out for behind me for if people come up behind me.
Yeah.
So just sort of like keep an eye on the big fella.
Yeah. You guys, as you all continuing running through, you get to this room, and the Guardian that stood in his roots, he sees you all get to this entrance room, and there's a surrounding of roots, and he looks at you. Everyone, give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Max and Crixus would be disadvantage.
23.
Seven.
Get them low rolls out of the way, son.
17.
So,
I rolled a 3, but because I get -2, it's a 1, but it's not a nat 1.
Yeah, that's fine. Zeph taking the front, being the face, being the charisma, rizzes up the guy, and he sees you, and you almost see a slight head tilt as it seems to be looking at you, and then you see like a wave of that subtle green shimmer amidst its roots and tangles, and it slams its hands into the floor again, and all of the spike growth like snaps and becomes... It's all still there, so you still have to go relatively easily. We'll still count it as difficult terrain for the purposes of mechanics, but it's not going to damage you. And he lets you through, having recognised that you guys were here before and you ultimately helped rescue the tree. So you make your way through, a little bit slowed down by not stabbing your feet on the floor, being barefoot most of you or whatever. So you make your way through. Jin, anything else you're going to do? Because it's going to take another couple of minutes for any of the guys to get there.
Not really. He's basically just keeping his eye and ear sharp to any other explosions that happen. If he can determine sort of like the angle that they're blasting their way down, he will try and like sort of triangulate where they might come out.
Yeah.
But for now, he's just keeping an eye on the Root Guardian to see if he wanders closer. And if he wanders closer, he'll sort of like...
It's not coming back. Like close. It's seems to be like on a patrol, but it's definitely favouring this side. It's clearly sensed something as well. Stiflar, if you can hear me, or anyone else in chat, give me a exclamation point D20, please. We'll say while Jin waits and we wait for this roll, you guys make your way through. Again, you're hit by that wave of remembrance as you enter the chamber.
Praise Xavier. The life mother continue.
A 2. You guys give me a perception check with Disad. Jin, give me a perception check.
29.
Oh,
Yikes.
9.
4.
A nat 1 for 7 total.
Amazing. Anyone below a 10, you're in a rooty tunnel. It's hard to perceive. Jin, and anyone above a 10, especially Jin, fucking 29, you hear another rumble, but it doesn't sound as... It's either less perceivable or less big. That's not proper English. It's not as loud or as violent as the previous ones.
Less big, also known as smaller.
Yeah, it's a smaller explosion. You would estimate, if you were to do some quick maths, and because Stiff rolled extremely low and I wasn't anticipating it being that low, thanks Stiff, you would imagine it could, if at the progression it seems to be making, if it is coming this way, it would, and it continues at the pace it's coming at, it'll be here in approximately 2 hours. I was hoping Stiff would roll high and it'd be tomorrow. But Stiff rolled a 2, so you've got a few hours and none of you have had a long rest. Hooray! Thanks, Stiff, for your story dice contribution. But you've got hours. You've got hours rather than days or a day or whatever. You guys catch up with Jin running up the path, and you can now feel from the other side of this wall this kind of lumbering, patrolling. Jin, you'd also see, as you've obviously been having a look, scarring from like the edge of the walls and a bits on the pockmarks on the floor where chains would have been, and you can see like bits of broken bark and like this. It's not difficult to put together that this thing was chained at some point, and obviously the chains are now gone. Scath saw it asleep. It's subsequently woken up.
Can I determine whether or not it's at like full strength? Does it look like it's at full strength?
It's also shimmering like the other ones do, very subtly in the midst of its cracks. So if it wasn't, probably by now, depending on how strong its potential regeneration is, if it's not fine, it will be in a bit at some point. It doesn't seem perturbed. It's not like injured and limping. These are more like, it's just a flesh wound.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what, with Jin?
Yeah, you guys all catch up together. If you look in, you'd see what you see. This big lumbering, patrolling. It doesn't seem to be making a sound. You just hear creaking bark, rustling leaves. Like, it's a very natural as it crumbles and rumbles up and down this right side wall.
I'll just make the comment of it's not asleep now. Last time I was here, it was asleep.
Not knowing anything about these things, like, is this what the problem is? Is this what we're here to deal with?
No. This is the thing that's protecting what we're supposed to protect.
So
You've seen it.
That's around the corner. It's lumbering. It seems to be uneasy, which makes sense. Still a couple hours. By the speed of the explosions and the way it's coming down. I could run back, get some more guards to come down.
It's not enough.
Depends what we're dealing
or
with.
what?
Nowhere near enough, mate.
What is it you're thinking is coming?
An army.
Probably.
What
Enough
army?
people to
From
make
where?
it a problem.
This place is about to get overrun.
I'll sort of point to the corner of the room.
I'll look around.
You'll see
Yeah, with Jin's
ring
direction,
held up.
you see the circlet held aloft with root tangle.
I think big ancient artifact with numerous sources of influence and numerous groups within this current world that are looking for it actively. We might be in big trouble soon.
So I'll speak to more Zeph and Jin, but to Maximus and Crixus as well. Me and Garvin came past here, up to here before, and it was sleeping last time. He said it needs to leave here, that the item. He, as the head guard said, it needs to leave. It's best if it leaves. Because
Do we need the paladins to have it safely removed?
Do we have time? He said 2 hours.
2 hours. Something along those lines. 4 hours at most.
What'll be it in 2 hours?
An unknown amount of people that are going to try and steal the circlet in the corner of the room.
And by force.
I assumed.
Zephyra.
Can we fight him?
Now you're all here, you hear another rumble. Max and Crixus have another history check, now you're this close to it.
Are you sure?
I'll give you the opportunity, mate.
Not 20. Hooray! 24. There be on, baby. I take it all back.
22.
24 and 22. There was a quest, a mission, an undertaking that you were all privy to a week or so ago, maybe, led by Malik, along with Valley and Khan, 3 of the current members of the Bastards. They left to go to the Tearum ruins. This is all, whilst there are secret missions and all that kind of stuff in Eagle Cliff, people talk. There's honour among thieves. They were tasked to go to the Tearum ruins to get something. That's about all you knew. One thing that was slipped was that on the back of the cart that Malik pulled with his heft, because he's a massive were-minotaur, there were barrels. And contained within those barrels is a substance. You don't know what it is, you just know it's extremely volatile. You know that he took those barrels, that group quested and took those carted barrels across the dunes and the wastes to the Terran ruins. You'd not heard of how they got on, what was the success or otherwise. But you'd set off before there was any sign of them coming back, at least. The rest of you guys obviously saw an explosion of one of these barrels down in below the tavern. You also know that there were some barrels transported on the Merry Dickin, the ship northward. So those are, amongst you all, those are all the accounted references to explosive or volatile powders that you've seen. Whether it's all the same, obviously you don't know, but those are the references.
You reckon it's our lot, Max?
Well, I was hoping not, but it sounds like this. But the only group I knew was sent off to the ruins. But this could not be them. The ruins are far to the east. Unless there's another group that's been sent out.
They won't be sent here, would they? Not when they sent us.
Well, if they knew that it was here, then possibly.
I will relay all memories highlighted by the Dungeon Master.
Yeah, as Crixus starts to relay this, you guys recall the scry that you'd been seeing and you watched it happen. You watched Malik and Valley and Khan journey to the ruins in the northeast, and you watched Valley and Khan fall. Uncertain of what happened to Malik, but the last you saw him, he was taken by something that left 2 green beads of energy in his eyes as he ripped his teammates to shreds.
Sounds like Malik.
But when they say that, like to say to Jin and Zeph, it's like, that sounds like that vision we saw in the ruins where the Minotaur killed them.
Wait, what?
It does sound
Yeah,
like
but
that.
Malik.
He would not kill. They were his friend.
Describe what he was effectively wearing, like armor, like how he looked, how.
And what about
Valley...
the 2 we killed? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Max.
They're dead, brother. That's not good.
Yeah.
He's temperamental, but I wouldn't have thought he'd have been smashing into him like that. That sounds a bit.
From what I remember, he wasn't
Spend-
himself.
Yes, give the next 5 minutes of what we saw with the undead thing as well, to the point of
putting a bit of time logic to you all. For the journey that they undertook, you, like Crixus and Max, knowing when exactly they set off, and it definitely sows a seed of doubt that, if Malik was there, he would have had to have brought the cart of barrels back on his own across the wastes and the dunes where the fucking sandworms were, and then start tunneling and set things, Could it be Malik? It seems more of a unlikely than,
Yeah, that's not where. Don't think that's where we were going, was it, Max? You've already suggested that the ruins are far to the east, so it couldn't be them.
It's not physically possible.
But maybe they sold some of the barrel stuff on the way out.
Possibly.
Plenty of bastards looking for a bit of boom boom.
This is.
You guys know he didn't. on the way out, you saw the whole thing. They went straight from Eagle Cliff North.
What about before he went from Eagle Cliff North? Yeah.
But to the situation in hand, we need to try and convince this Root Guardian to let us take the Circlet.
I mean, the Paladins must know a way to get it out.
Look, Azura,
I was going to suggest you have a paladin right here.
you are
Stick my chest
Paladin
out.
of Kerecekian. Could you try and talk to the Guardian?
You may have authority that you don't know.
I don't have any authority here. I want to make that very clear.
But you are still.
You
the
are a
person-
paladin.
It doesn't mean I automatically have authority here.
Doesn't mean you don't. You just may not know it. Then this creature may recognize what you are.
Or he might smash my head in. One of the two.
That's one way to find out.
I grip my sword and shield. My brother's point of there's only one way to find out. In a protective way towards Zeph, not a attack max on sight.
Fight me first.
It's your choice, Zeph.
I-
Jin's the quickest. He'd be able to get back up to the Paladins to try and get one down here.
To resurrect us.
Or you can at least give it a try. It's your choice.
Do you want me to come in with you?
It's Zephyra's choice here. What we do.
I don't know. I'm
Well-
still processing what just happened. And now there's more stuff happening. I mean,
There is. Jin, you said you could get back upstairs quickly to find out.
Yeah, I got her in about 5 minutes.
Perhaps if you went back upstairs, we could and found out about from the Paladins. You could let us know, and whether Zephyra can collect this artifact safely.
Let's assume she does collect the artifact. What then?
whatever is making their way here would still be coming. So it really
Yeah,
doesn't
but we
make a
can-
difference if it's in there or not.
We can funnel them through a small corridor upstairs rather than an open chamber down here.
Or we could head back upstairs to where all of the Paladins and all of the guards are.
If somebody's brazen enough to tunnel, blast their way through to here, they're not coming with a few goblins. They're coming with a force.
Potentially. I'm not
We need-
leaving without a proper burial, Scuff.
I'm not in the mood to be pissed off. I understand. We need to make a decision.
But I
I'll run
would
back.
sooner,
I'll
us
see
be
what the
back
paladins
up-
say.
if that artifact needs to
If-
go, I would sooner it's not just the 5 of us down here when they come through the wall.
I'm
Just
saying
to
nobody
put-
be down here when they come through the wall.
Just to put the spuds on the table. We're having a funeral. The army will be here in 2 hours. His parents are on the way. You do
Not
or
yet.
you don't want. You do or you don't want the circlet. Once you've got it, we don't know what we're doing with it. I'll follow wherever you go. Bossman says follow this bossman. Where this bossman goes, I go. Where Puppy Dragon Lady goes, I go. Where Big Fellow goes, I say goodbye. And where Lizard Man goes, I suppose these go, so I go. We smash good.
Thank you,
Polonaise gifted
Crixus
5
the
subscriptions
Undefeated.
to the community.
Say to Jin, there is one other thing we could suggest, but it's probably not going to end very well. We are both
Hive
very
train
stealthy.
started.
We could take the circlet now and run. Probably won't end
So
well.
we have enough
Do you
time
have
to
a-
go and grab it if we can with actual permission. Scaff,
Do
let's
you
not
have
get
a
smacked
death
by a giant
wish?
tree.
That's why I said, bad idea.
Yeah, very bad idea. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Snap.
So, you're running back up to ask for the opinions of...
Yeah, and the potential
Paladins.
permission of grabbing the circlet so we can at least fight them up and not down if they
Yeah.
do intend to make their way up.
So it'll take Jin between 5 and 10 minutes,
Stifler Ahoy gifted 5
to
subscriptions
get
to
up,
the community.
have a chat, get back. Oh, fucking hell, Stiff and Vol kicking off in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Love you very much. Mamon's kicking off in the corner. He's doing flips and shit. Yeah, so you guys have got 5 to 10 minutes to... fuck it, yo!
Squiggle Gamer
Fuck
gifted 5
yeah,
subscriptions
guys. Thank
to
you
the
very much.
community.
Thank you. Is there anything you guys want to do in the next 5 to 10 minutes?
As in us downstairs?
Yeah.
I'm just quite on edge and guardy. Like,
Yeah.
got the sword and shield out. I don't really know where to stand.
Give me an insight check, Crixus.
What was it with this dice roll shit? Like, who invented that?
I don't like online rollers. I don't like them at all.
19
Nice.
plus nothing.
19. You're 19. Did I say insight or perception?
Insight.
Insight, yeah.
Whichever gets me.
Yeah, whatever it gets me, what you want to tell me.
I can if you want me.
You're on edge. You see this thing bumbling up and down the right side edge. You look at it, and with your insight, you're a fighty man. You've gazed into the eyes of an opponent, or perhaps not an opponent, or whatever, but you can read people enough. Or when the heat is high and people are on edge. You know this thing knows you're all there. You've watched it patrolling and you kind of stood in the corridor like fucking hell. But as you have a look in and you weigh this thing up, it almost looks right at you. It knows you're there. And on your 19 insight, it either doesn't see you as a threat, most likely doesn't see you as an ally because, but it doesn't see you as like a threat. If it was going to kick off, it'd probably steam into the corner and start trying to smash you through the wall. It's just patrolling ready.
Can we say that took a minute to read that creature?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Are you about to tell me some fighter shit you can do?
Yeah.
So
no, you're
mechanically, yeah. It's not an enemy, you get fuck all. I'm joking, go on.
Well, when I read it to Mother Kipper.
Yeah, go on.
Another whammer outside combat. I assume we're both on whammer level. You can certain information and capabilities compared to your own. So the DM tells you if the creature is equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to know if its armor class is inferior, superior, or equal to mine.
What is yours?
20.
It is equal to.
And current hit points, I assume, will be superior. My current are 94.
It is superior, higher than yours.
Cool. I will... Yeah, so... I'm still just on edge watching the creature.
And given, because it's flavour, and you've got a 19 insight, as you're reading it and you specifically want to learn kind of about its hit points, you've seen people in battle, you've taken wounds, you've taken licks, you've dished out enough licks, you know when people are injured. This thing doesn't appear injured at all.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. It's got more hit points than you, and it's not injured.
Yeah, that's fine.
And, I mean, you don't know necessarily... Crixus doesn't know what it does, but you see Every
The shimmer.
6 seconds, there's a very dull, subtle green shimmer amidst its cracks and crevices.
I'll be kind of rocking on my heels a little bit and turn to Max. I don't like them being apart, brother.
What do you suggest?
Well, one of us needs to get fast, quick. No pun intended. But I can't be chasing that skinny legend around.
Not many people can.
By the time I get up to him,
If I trip him, he might be
back.
pissed.
I know.
He's
Man's
not
got
that
some
fast.
stamina.
Like, he just runs fast. He's not supernaturally fast, guys. Literally, I just watched him run over there. He's not there and back in seconds, Max. You can just get fitter. Run some pages off.
15 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour is what Jin is running right.
15, mate, you've done the maths.
50 miles?
15 miles
Oh,
per
15.
hour. It's,
Yeah,
it's
15 is not fast.
135 feet per
Yeah.
6 seconds.
Usain Bolt runs 30
20.
miles an hour. So yeah, he's faster than us, brother. But you've got magic.
I haven't got magic to make me go quicker.
Oh, that's terrible. Worst wizard ever. Well, I'm just gonna. I'll just start potting around in the corner. You can tell he's just frustrated because he can't do what he's been asked to do.
Yeah.
For reference, Usain Bolt's top ever recorded speed was 27.8 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
on half
hell.
Usain's Bolt.
That's quick. That is quick.
Yeah.
Right. The cats are arguing about getting quick. Scaff, Zeph, anything for the next 5 minutes, or are you just waiting for Jin's word? You two can, like, you look in, you can see it's just pacing. Like, at this point, you're probably all aware that, you know, it knows you're there. It's maybe had the odd little glance over, and it's not like stomping its feet, getting all aggy towards you guys. It doesn't seem to care that you guys are there. Whether it, as I say, either doesn't see you as a threat or you're not its priority, you know. Or maybe it's, well, whatever. But yeah.
I've got one more thing before you do your Jin thing. I kind of look around a bit edgy. And I'll be like, well, they're going to be here in 2 hours. And the boss man says, right, cool. And I'll just turn and face Seth. And I'll take a knee. And I'll just be like, right, when you don't have a shield, I'll be your shield. When you don't have your sword, I'll be your sword. Right, and then I get up kind of embarrassed, like I say, right, boss man will be happy now. And then they'll just kind of, again, look agitated.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, yeah, whatever. It was Max's idea. Definitely lying.
What I will do...
Gladiator's pledge. It's no mean feat.
Okay, devotion paladin. Hello?
Yeah, since there's Max, Zeph, and Crixus, I will bless all 3 of them.
Okay. You cast Bless.
I will not allow it to take. If I have to roll a save, I will, but I won't allow it.
Okay.
You have no choice.
What does it say? Does it say willing creatures of your choice? Or you and...
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range, wherever a target makes an attack roll, blah, blah, blah. Nothing about willing. So, my choice. So
I love that whatever is coming is not even here and you're already using up your spell slots.
It's cool. 1 minute.
Like,
Keep going, mate.
Yeah.
Keep going. Just think, you
Man.
never know what's going to happen in the next minute.
Make sure you concentrate. Scaff.
I
I can bonk things, but that's about it.
And people throw it in my face.
I got 1 spell slot left. 1.
If Crixus wants to fight it, I'll give you a saving throw.
All right, the bless, yeah.
Yeah, the bless. I guess you've got, yeah.
If he was there, he would have been shaking his head.
I do want to resist the bless. I don't want the bless. Although I don't know it's coming, obviously. But when I see him act and then I see the magic go off, he will try to resist it if allowed. If not, then fucking tough shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, give me a
Maybe a guide you.
bang. I'll give you a save at this ad because it's not a by choice, it's a you're taking it. But if Crixus really wants to resist it, I'll give you a save at this ad.
he no likey.
Well,
What is the save?
There is no save.
We'll just say
What's Ben?
wisdom because it's cleric in it. Wisdom, whatever your save is, Scath.
14.
At this ad.
Yeah.
First roll, 3. Second roll, 4.
So Crixus doesn't want it to take, but tough shit.
I'm like,
I've got some dice around here. For fuck's sake.
when I see Crixus like that, I'll be like, "Oh, Movia guide you with your black, just your guide, your blade strike strong, your shield holds true. Be the rock you are, be the undefeated, and just be like, you're taking it, bitch."
If you want to go toe to toe anytime, Scaff, feel free. You'll need your bow.
I'm not saying that to him, but I'm saying I'm blessing him.
It's happening, lad. It's happening.
You're having it.
Rolling
every
a dice
year.
only got me a 5.
Fucking hell, mate. He's on one today. Get them rolls out of the way. So, Jin, you get to the top side quick as your leggy legs will take you. You notice that the spike growth that had been cast had been lowered.
Did it freak,
Don't monk
did
shit.
it freak it out again by just
No.
zooming
It's
fast?
chilled out now. You
Okay,
popped off
perfect.
its security core alarm system, and it's chilled now. It's seen who's actually coming.
Perfect.
You get to the top. Again, the paladins are all kind of waiting topside. Veta and Keres are, you see they're at the front, kind of dissuading people, making sure people that have come up, like, what the fuck was that rumbling? Why is that? What's that rumbling about? And they're calming people down. Denala and Soraya are at the top. As you come bursting up. What is the haste? What must we do?
They're tunneling towards the chamber which holds the circlet. The circlet needs to leave that place immediately. Arm who you can and set up a force upstairs. They won't take no for an answer.
You see Denala looks towards Garvin's room, reflecting on the advice that he'd given. Jin, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Woohoo! Oh, all right. That's good. One was a 1, and one was an 18. Persuasion. That is a flat. So an 18 is an 18.
18. She looks at Soraya. She looks at Garvin's room. She looks at you. That circlet has been here for as long as anyone can recall. But I would trust the head of the guard with my life.
We need to discuss what happens with it afterwards. But for now, we cannot fight them in an open room.
He suggested it be taken away. And given that you have one of the other artifacts, if you are to be sought out or they are to be sought out, perhaps keeping them together would make the most sense. And she kind of looks at your bag of holding. She's been around the block. She knows what a bag of holding is. Especially if they're not kept on this plane, technically. Looks at your bag.
That's been my thinking.
Whilst we do not know what will come, she looks at Soraya. Soraya nods, kind of grits her teeth. You hear that teeth gritted a bit, and she rubs her tusk and her lip. We can deal with whatever is to happen once the circlet is gone. But Garvin, I
We're
fear...
not leaving without a burial.
No, of course. But if The Circlet is to bring the ire of whoever comes for it. It can always be brought back. And given your close ties to Saphira, I wouldn't trust it with any other group. The Northern nods. I would agree. You have...
You honor me.
She nods and smiles. Well, you have our blessing. She
So how
starts
do I
to...
persuade this giant guardian to not smash my head in as
She's-
I run up and grab it.
She starts to pat into her pouch. She takes out a leaf. Hold this leaf aloft as you approach it passively. Show it no threat. And as long as the leaf stays rigid above your head, it will understand. If you let the leaf fall, well, then you'll have a problem. And Soraya kind of stifles a chuckle. She passes you the leaf carefully.
I take it. Is it like actually a leaf, or is it?
It's like a leaf, but as you look at it, there's like a very subtle shimmer to it. It's probably got some kind of glaze. There's something on it.
Okay.
It's not what you're smirking at, you fuckers. Present
I will.
the leaf. I'm not saying it.
I'll take it like carefully. And for safety's keeping, so I don't do anything funky with it, I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Of course, that was going to be the first
Drop
test if you go
anywhere.
full speed sprinting. I've got the leaf! Oh, fuck!
Oh no!
You ain't Naruto running with that fucker. You
I
passed the
put it in the
first
bag
test.
Because speed.
Yeah.
I will look at the paladins one by one, and I will say, arm who you deem capable. Potentially will need to hold whatever comes up. The last time we encountered a group like this, there was only a few. However, if they have the gall, the tunnel, at the great tree, I expect their number to be larger.
Understood.
I'll be right back.
And off he goes. Right, it's 8:30. So we've had our 2 hours with the late start. We'll have a quick break. 10, just under, 32. We'll come back at 11:45. 12, 13-minute break. Okie dokie. And we shall return as Jin makes his way back down to the group. See you all shortly. Hi, everybody. It's us. We're back. So, Jin comes stomping his way back through the roots, back past the Guardian on a rock, who's like, no, you're all right. No, you're all right. He jogs up the path behind you all, barely breaking a sweat.
Oh, boss.
What did they say?
I'll pull the leaf out.
Oh,
Burn the leaf.
Oh.
Let's go collect ourselves a circlet, shall we?
I do a hero pose.
I'll look at Zeph. Considering you're more connected to this place than any of us are, pull out the leaf. Hold it above your head. And walk to the circlet without that tree root thing bashing your brains in. I would much rather you collect this circlet, being connected to the gods,
Just
than me.
hold the leaf.
The leaf above your head. It's apparently, hey, I could be yanking my chain here. I don't know. But that's how it's supposed to work. Don't drop it or you're in trouble.
Yay. Great, no pressure.
This is really the way to get the circle out of it safe. A leaf.
Well,
I
it's a
would
holy
have-
leaf. Look at it. It's sparkling.
I would have probably figured something else out myself, Scaff, but hey, I'm not a paladin 500
I don't even
years
have
ago.
dark vision and I can see that it's sparkly. Right, give it to me.
The honor is all yours, is what I'm saying.
Thanks, babe. Really appreciate the encouragement. Did they say anything else? Anything else I shouldn't do other than drop the leaf?
No.
Right.
Such confidence.
I just look at that, confused.
I'll put the sword and the shield on my back and I'll take the leaf.
Such a man just willing to send his woman into harm. Yes.
How is she going to get the circlet if she's got to hold the leaf above her head?
I have 2 hands.
I'll look at Scaff being like,
That's
"Oh,
the only one with
God."
2 arms with you lot.
I have 2 hands. Well, wish me luck. Goes into the room.
Good luck, dear.
I follow.
I will try
Like-
and hold
like-
Crixus back.
Be fine.
Hold
Fine.
Crixus. You're
I-
near
I-
enough.
Do you hold? Okay. I was going to say contested. Let's get contested up in this bitch.
Oh no.
Okay, you walk into the room.
Hello?
The first thing you notice that, whilst you hadn't perhaps noticed from stood in the corridor, is that from an unknown source, there appears to be a subtle, but certainly present, fluctuation of air. As you hold the leaf, you can see it. And you're like, oh shit.
Oh,
Oh
no.
shit.
Oh,
Wait. Immediately, the next
Please.
thing you notice as you take those first few steps in, you see the creatures like, and immediately, and it lowers its
excuse
head
me?
and it looks at you, and it's like you know, passive insight that it's about to springboard leap right at you.
I look at Bossman like.
I-
Like my hand. Oh,
I trust what Jin says is true because I love this man. However, I will still use my channel divinity to give myself that emissary of peace, golden orange glow that I get when I use my channel divinity.
Okay,
Just
nice.
Just in case,
Nice.
just for a bit of extra flavor.
that will help more than just flavour, perhaps, because I suppose the one thing that Jin probably wasn't abundantly clear about is that the paladins did say to approach passively and unthreateningly, and so far you've just walked in holding a leaf. But as you exude this emissary of peace aura, you see it kind of looks and it tilts its head, and you realise that this wavering air, as you perceive, passively investigate, you see that it seems to be emanating subtly from somewhere amidst this beast. No, it's not a fart. But it seems to exude air, and then you quickly put one and two together, and it could be a test of character, or a test of belief, or a test of following instructions. But holding this leaf, and you exude this aura, and then the wind dies down, and its presence, it relaxes its posture. And it looks at you.
I will continue approaching. Slowly.
As you approach, as you get closer, it seems to maintain the distance from you.
Oh. Okay.
It doesn't approach. It stays ready. You can tell by the way it's holding its front legs that if it wanted to, it could burst, but it's...
I will stop walking at it, and I'll try to give it some space.
Yeah, it's kind of backed up a bit, but knowing that it's going back towards the corner, as you continue to approach, it starts to wheel around and essentially lets you pass.
I trust it to turn my back on it, so I'll just keep walking.
Yeah. Following that, with your aura up, holding the leaf, you make it to the circlet. You can see that the circlet has clearly been here for a long time. As ancient as these artifacts are, and given the intricacies in how the roots have grown in and amongst this area, but particularly to hold this artifact aloft, you start to think of things like, was it placed and the tree has grown to hold it up? Did someone have to hold it while the roots grew around it for however long that, you start thinking of these things. How's it being held by the tree? But you stand before it, a intricate, Celtic knots and beautiful fey, elven filigree in this delicate circlet that's, whilst delicate, also firm and strong, and you could tell just by looking at it that it's a solid object. And in the middle of the circlet, you can see carved in emerald is the shape of a leaf.
I will put two and two together and place the leaf on the leaf, the circlet. Leaf squared.
Leaf squared, leafceptions. You touch the leaf to the circlet.
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Great.
You look over your shoulder, you see that the creature has lowered its stance to more of a... almost like a cat as it sits down and has its front paws out to the front. And it's just kind of sat, just watching you.
Can I determine if there's any way to remove the circlet without damaging the roots too much?
I won't
Or
even,
at all?
I won't even make you roll. Almost certainly not. It's not like rope or string where you could spend X amount of time untying. This is just root. You know, you can't untie roots.
It's great that the paladins didn't say anything about how to get that, actually. It's just leaf.
As you think about that, it's quite clear that this thing has been... This thing outdates them. You know, they have the mechanism to shut down the guard puppy, but no one's ever needed to or removed the thing. You know, that's probably not something they could have instructed you on how to do.
Say a prayer.
With remembering that the bracers were in an egg. We called it an egg. It was a container, but it looked like an egg. And how we had to break the egg, basically. Would it give me any idea on what I could maybe do?
That's a reasonable deduction. And the more you think about it, you start to probably realise the only way to remove the circlet is to break it out or cut it out. Or, yeah.
How thick are the roots holding it?
Relatively easily cut. Thick enough that it's not just like snapping a couple of twig ends. It's held, you know, you'd probably have to cut it free. But perhaps neatly cutting it's probably better than just yanking, I suppose. Could you use your what?
My claws to cut?
Whilst they're sharp and good at rending flesh, you'd probably blunt them before you got the whole circlet free if you're trying to cut through root.
Because I really don't...
Give you a nice manicure on the way out, like. But I need those.
I need those. Did you like them?
Smite.
No, that's why I need the roots. I'll take another look at the creature. Almost as if, and then like incline my head almost as if sort of, I suppose, permission to reach for my sword.
Give me a persuasion check.
I have to remember I have another plus.
Yeah, you've got your bonus because your emissary
5.
thing up, yeah.
So I have a plus 10. Wish me
Nice.
luck. 27.
27. Yeah, you start to reach for your sword and it just sits there and watches you. Whilst it's difficult to convey your intent.
Well, it's not getting up
doesn't-
immediately.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't take it as a threat.
Sword.
Yeah, you slowly remove your sword and it just sits there. It's watching you, but it's not, doesn't seem aggressed. Certainly it's gone from its, and even though you're doing this amidst it being worried about the explosions, and it's chilling. It's chilling. Are you still holding the leaf above your head?
Yes.
Yes, DM, I am. No, I'm genuinely questioning.
It just
Of course.
awkward. Well, it can use it one-handed. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
I'm only
going to be
joking.
difficult.
You already
because-
touched it to the thing and it didn't kick off. I'm just questioning what you were doing with it.
Just touch ID didn't work, so think nope. Because I don't want it to drop if I do cut the roots. I will. I don't know how to describe this without it being awkward, but holding the leaf, using the fingers that I'm not using to hold the leaf.
Yeah.
So these to hold the circlet.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, easy enough. The circlet itself it's not fully like wrapped, it's not caged. It's more just the roots have grown around and through it. So you can certainly, you hold the leaf, you link your fingers through, easy enough.
With just enough strength, cut through the roots at either side.
Yeah. In what kind of motion? Chopping or sawing?
Chopping, because
yeah, so you're giving it a
sword is not good at sawing.
Okay.
I don't have a bread knife.
Yeah.
So
you give it a chop, and you like look over your shoulder. The beast doesn't move.
Yeah.
You give it a couple more chops, and as you make a little indent, you maybe chop and whatever. It's going to take you a minute or two.
That's okay. I'd rather do it carefully.
Yeah. So you take your time to preserve as much of the root as possible, cutting as close to the ends as possible, so not the full growth as whatever. And as delicate as you can. I will ask for a attack roll and a sleight of hand check.
Oh gosh, I'm terrible at those. Attack roll is 21.
21.
And sleight of hand is dirty 20. I'll take it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so it takes you a couple of minutes. But you chop, chop, chop. And then the circlet comes free. It's weighty enough. It kind of swings loose, bangs into your hand.
Okay.
First thing you notice is the remaining bits of root that are around it immediately disappear and turn into dust. The next thing you notice, you'll find out when everybody gives me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Do we have any bonuses to that at all?
Not down below in the tree.
I'm too far away, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Do you need one from me too? Or just the others?
Yep. Everybody, please.
22.
Nat 20. Nat 20 for 22.
20 for
24.
So everyone got below a 25.
Yeah.
You all take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Ow! What the fuck?
I take. What did you say, 30?
15 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
As does Max.
Yeah.
The next thing you will all notice
Ah, shit.
is that the creature behind you that seemed to be in a position of sphinx-like anticipation, creature of protection, a creature of, well, it's there to protect the circlet. You look over your shoulder, there's no more wind, there's no more shimmering. The creature has seemed to just become a formed piece of tree outgrowth. It has just become tree, no longer animated, no longer a creature. It is now just part of the tree. The next thing you notice is an overwhelming cold fills the entire below of the roots. The next thing you notice is that all of these shimmering gemstones that provide the illumination down here all go inert and stop glowing.
Oh, shit.
And you hold the circlet.
I can't see shit, so put sword back carefully, and then
Knowing that she doesn't have dark vision and everything just went dark.
Yeah, it is now
Pull out
no
the
longer.
Everflame.
Yeah.
it's pitch black now.
I'll pull out the Everflame lantern and start walking.
I follow.
Yeah, staying close behind.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was such a good idea. That really hurt.
It's better than just to leave it down there, easy for them to grasp.
But now the Root Guardians are gone.
Oh, well, we'll discuss putting it back later.
I think if there's an army on its way, the tree might be about to fall.
I hope not.
I just hope this circlet, with us removing it, it doesn't weaken the tree.
It already has. Look at it.
The most devious bastard.
Honestly, I think it might have.
Time to go.
Alright, let's
We
hurry.
should not linger.
Let's get topside.
Is Zeph obviously heartbroken? Or is that Lucy? It just method.
Yeah, she's upset. Yeah.
Cool. Carry on. Noted.
I'll just
I'll
keep holding the circlet and the leaf. Because I still have both. And I'll just follow Jin with the lantern because I can't see.
You look at the leaf, and it's no longer got a glaze. It just appears to be a normal leaf.
See how I saw.
I like the shiny leaf. Okay.
Okay, I'll ask Crixus and Max, can you see in the dark?
Yes, I can see.
Fucking cats, of course I can.
You think darkness your ally? I was born to be!
Don't like to assume things nowadays.
Why just nowadays?
Jin, you get a voice in the back of your mind from Cerizella. What the fuck just happened?
Took the circlet. And it apparently had powered most of the trees. Everything.
Electric
Why?
fence.
What's the situation up top?
Ah, devious bastard. Reply to ascending with a question. With a 4th level spell slot. A little bit of quality clarity.
We need them guys.
We're literally going to be there in like 5 minutes.
Blame your sister.
Yeah. So Rosella says, I would wait for you to get up top, considering it's only 5 minutes. However... Everyone that wasn't an adventurer or a paladin or someone of trained strength seems to have passed out. We are frantically trying to make sure they're not all dead. The paladins almost all threw up as they seem to be the aura that they exude seems to have diminished.
How's that? I don't know the message, but
she's still got her standard 5, but something I probably should have made sure you were clear on. Whenever you're within the top side of the tree, everyone had a +10, regardless of being near a paladin.
Yeah. But what I mean is when you said about their aura diminishing, is that their personal paladin aura?
She said what she said.
But, well, that's
The
what
question is, am I still glowing?
Yeah.
Zeph's normal aura is still there, yeah.
Yeah. Because I obviously don't know the message.
Yeah, Zeph has still got her standard +5.
Just judging levels of shock when I get up there.
So you will make haste to return topside.
I will relay what the message was.
Double time then.
Double time in it.
Trip on something halfway through because can't see. Everyone else can see.
Very reasonably, because you see that any and all remaining tree root guardians are all just now formed parts of tree root protruding from the earth. All inert, all no longer creature or guardian or defender, just tree stumps. Double time, you make your way back through the roots, scale the rocks to get topside. And something you've probably not picked up on, but maybe subtly noticed, almost like walking into a supermarket on a winter's day and you're hit with that blast of warm air as you walk through the doorway. You're like, oh, fucking hell, I didn't realise how cold it was till I got in this warmth. As you arrive topside, you realise that +10 of the tree, it's gone. Only Zeph's aura, personal paladin aura, remains.
Oh, this is not
So when we get affected to the breach, them steps, what do we see in front of us?
As you get into the main area, into this first residential bit where the bedrooms are, nothing, but you can hear voices and communication and people running about up top. You head up, you can see that, like, whilst everyone had been told to stay out of the temple because of preparations for Azura's funeral, people have started to be brought in. It's mostly the few pilgrims that were already at the tree, a lot of the Orphean priests that were there, some other lower level practitioners rather than clerics. There's just people that seem sickened. In fairness, no one seems dead, but that blast that you've all took probably wasn't just below as well. It's almost as if an energy was released, and it's affected a lot of people.
Since the other paladins all got sick, am I feeling sick?
That was probably a turn of phrase. They just felt that aura that they've basically had because they're permanently there. They've just been blasted, and then their +10 become a +5, and they're like, fucking hell.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to say there's no one that's like effectively like on the ground.
There are some people on the ground. A couple of people do look unconscious. No one appears to be dead, but it's definitely affected a lot of people. And you can see most of the guards, Garvan's up top shouting for his guardship to spread out, fan out, patrol, because if it's happened up here, maybe it's happened at the camps. We don't know. There's potentially thousands of fucking pilgrims and people around all these camps. So
2 hours. Sorry, now, since the 2 hours, how long has it been?
You've got about an hour and a half left.
Cool.
From that initial, it's going to be about 2 hours.
And I know you said people are dying, but with Scaff being a life cleric, seeing people on the floor, he will go over and just spare the dying, spare the dying, spare the dying.
Start throwing every 6 seconds. You throw out a spare the dying.
Just
easy enough.
Just make sure no one is actually dying.
I I just follow behind him. Auto crit.
Hold again.
Clean up.
You missed one.
Chung, chung, chung.
We're going to have a funeral. We're going to have a beat mass funeral. Make it mean more. The paladins are all running about. They're all like scaff starts, spare the dying. They're all running about, pumping one point of lay hands into everyone to make sure they're not dying, just getting everyone about. But most people up top, they don't look ill. There's quite a few pale people, but it's not a sickness, it's not a poison, it's not a disease. It was just a wave of necrosis that just blasted everyone.
Nauseous.
Hmm.
I look at Boss Lady and Boss Man. Are we fighting or fleeing?
Always fighting, never fleeing.
As you get to the top and you're stood in the foyer, you see Keres and Veta run over. What the fuck was that? And
Zev's
why are you
clutching the-
holding that? And she points
Yeah.
at the circle. He points at the circlet. Keres says,
Funny story.
Denala mentioned to us, probably would have preferred they get everyone's thoughts and opinions first, but he looks around. Nobody could have anticipated this. Well, if this is how things are going to go, I think my sabbatical's probably going to come to an end. I'll defend the 3 till the last end, but, well, if it's just going to be a beacon rather than a point of power now, I don't know. Keres looks at him. Now's not the time to have a crisis of faith. The tree is still the tree. What happened?
So there's someone coming towards the tree down below, probably tunneling here, looking for this. And then Jin asked Nala and Soraya what to do, and that we need to get the circlet away from here, and so they don't find it down there. So Denala gave me the hold up the leaf, and I went to fetch the circlet, and when I got the circlet, then it all just shrugs a bit.
Well, it seems as if...
Root guardians aren't there anymore, and the crystals aren't glowing, and it really fucking hurt. It's really cold down there now.
It seems like the circlet must have been empowering the tree somehow.
That would be.
I know Max. Fucking Sherlock over here.
Who's that?
Well, if it's no longer empowering the tree, perhaps it could empower one of you.
No.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because all these things are cursed, Keres.
How do you know?
Because Azura ward the bracers.
The
And
braces of the Dominion Mountain, I'm aware of them.
yes, and
But
they
they were
cursed him.
Infused with the souls of 100 fallen before it. The circlet's
Yes.
been empowering the tree.
So while the bracers gave him power, it also siphoned him and made sure that he would collect more. The bracers were powered by those who came before it. We have no idea what price this circlet will enact upon the one who wears it. We're not about to find out.
I'll try. Pass it to me.
No.
Ah,
I'm not risking you getting cursed.
We'll talk
Perhaps
about
someone
maybe
less important?
placing it back. We'll talk
put it
about
on.
placing it back later and what we may do with it. For now, we'll look around. Whoever is capable of fighting needs to be here.
Keres turns as well. Well, I think almost anyone that would have been, apart from the guard ship, have, well, I think they're no longer able.
Spending my entire, at least 3 of my 9 lives as a arena, chimp. Can I have a bit of a goosey gander of, like, there's the 4 paladins, there's Garvan, there's a few guards. Can I have a quick assessment of if I took this group into a, 10v10 sort of fight? Can I assess the situation and be like, well, they look like they can swing a fight, but can they hold siege on a tree? Like, as far as Crix is concerned, he's been told an army's on the way, and there's 15 of us.
Yeah, I suppose your guesstimation, would it be a 300? Could the smaller defeat the mass? I think of all the deductions you can make, there's a lot. The main group are very capable. I suppose ultimately it depends who or what comes tunneling through. If there
I'll
is
spend
an army,
spend a minute on every one of them, checking out the hit points.
Yeah. So, one thing that is abundantly clear, that because you've traversed it yourselves to and from now, anything that is to tunnel through, they're going to be down there in them tunnel routes. They're going to turn up. There's not going to be a circlet there. There's no guardians there. So their only other course of action would be to fuck it off or try and come topside. At which point, they'd have to come all the way through the roots, up them rocks, and into the tree. So one way or another, they'd be funneled.
So I relay pretty much all that information. Reminds me of a player once watched the fall of the 299. So I'm getting this sued, boss. Or we could just close the routes off. I don't know what you want to do with that.
For now, hold open the bag of holding. It goes in here.
Sleight of hand, puts the leaf in, keeps the circle.
Jen?
Yeah, I'm not hiding anything from this man. He
You love him,
could
you trust him.
probably hear me breathe differently if I did.
Jen,
Yes.
do not put them in the same bag.
Too late. Right now,
need
it's our best option.
Three.
can
We
talk
need
about-
3 anyway.
Yeah. And
But we don't
for
know what
now-
2 together's going to do.
Well,
Is it a magic?
So whatever it's gonna do, it's gonna be in the bag of holding. So
You want to have a look? I mean,
Fuck no.
Put your head in
close the bag
see
and
what
put
happens.
dive in.
Jin,
yeah.
approximately 6 seconds, don't know why, after you put the circlet in the bag of holding, and only because you've got a massive passive, it is a legend to behold, and because you're wearing the bag of holding,
Goes.
you can feel it ever so slightly moving.
Okay.
Ever so slightly, ever so
trying to move away
subtly.
from me.
No,
Or
it's
is it
it's
just, like, sort of
it-
rippling?
just like if you were to put it on the ground,
Mhm.
you'd it's not going to crawl away. It's not become animated, but like
Yeah.
you're just stood there. You can almost as if you're wearing a bag in the wind and it's blowing and moving a bit.
Okay.
It's ever so subtly, and only because of your massive passive you can feel it. Average Joe wouldn't realise. It's moving.
I'll just sort of look at Scaff and be like, yeah, we're fine.
Insight.
Give me an insight check. Give me a persuasion or deception, your choice. Don't say it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's
What's your insight, Scaff?
23.
What's the second one again?
Persuasion or deception, your choice. Whether you're trying to persuade him everything's okay or flat 19. So, Scaff, you can tell that you can trust Jin, but it's not quite. I don't know if he believes them words quite as much as he's letting on.
Just look at him like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look at him saying, did I tell you so?
Unless you're gonna swallow it and keep it in your fucking belly, we're not gonna
I'm
have
not-
a safer place to put it right now.
Was I right,
Deal
though?
with it later. We'll deal with it later, Scaff.
I follow the conversation like a tennis match.
What's going on?
So you see when Azura wore
How
the
are we gonna
gauntlets,
defend this place?
they made him go all cursed.
Correct.
Azura, when
Yes.
he was a very strong person. He always has been. He put them on even more so, like enhanced. We
Couldn't
found
take
there
him
was
off.
we found they was cursed and couldn't take him off. We did manage to get them off him, and when we did, it made him go down to a normal person's level.
He got weaker.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's because we didn't. We just found out it was a nice magical item. We didn't properly get it checked out first, and we are not taking that same risk again with this.
But isn't your sister, like, really clever with the arcane? Can she not have a look at it? Make sure the circlet's not dodgy as well?
Can we
After we
check
defend
that
this
after we've dealt
We've got
with whatever
more.
is coming this way?
Well,
Yes, we've got
probably
more
aye.
pressing issues.
I'm just thinking,
But
if
then
it's
yes,
not cursed
absolutely, probably.
and it takes an hour to attune to, you could probably do that before the attack.
I
And if it's
appreciate
not
that.
cursed, you might need the power to defend this place.
I appreciate that, but I do not want a very powerful wizard spending her time trying to find something out when we could defend this place.
Terazella pipes up. I can identify it for free as a ritual. It'll take me 10 minutes.
Look at my sister.
Yeah, fuck you, Chell.
I'm not trying to force your hand here, but maybe just putting cool trinkets in bags because you're scared of what it might do is a waste of potential. I'm just saying.
Excalibur. Fuck that shit.
Look at Sarah's arm, like, I like this one.
Jin,
Look at Jin. What
pass,
do you think?
pass the circle over.
I'll take it out of the bag of holding. I'll focus on it. It comes back out.
Keres pipes up. Says, I was aware of the... I don't know what the last one is, but the braces of the Dominion Mountain. Isn't this the circlet of the Protected Pact? Doesn't sound very cursed.
It's better to
We
be
won't
safe.
know.
Motherfucker.
From what
Meanwhile,
we've learned
well-
so far, Mr. and I'll sound a little bit condescending. Fey magic never comes for free. You've
Very.
just experienced the price of removing it. Half of your followers are laying on the floor puking their guts out, are unconscious, or potentially worse. What is to say that if you're going to wear it, and we have to cut it off you, what it will do with you? I'm not taking that risk if it's not to be avoided. And I'll hand the circlet over to Cerizal.
While we wait for Cerizella to do her thing. Thank you, Cerizella.
Teleport.
Cast fly,
Um,
he tunes to it for an hour. Up at the ceiling.
And that I think that Crix has had actually a good thought about potentially sealing off the routes. Because they'll just be stuck in the dark down there for who knows how long they're going to try. So,
They might
is there a
come
way?
up top other way though.
But that'll take them extra time and extra explosions.
No, what I mean is if they come out back up top from the way they came, and they're simply going to storm the temple from the front entrance.
Expect the worst, hope for the best.
I
I
still
think-
think that Crix has had a good idea.
It's
Good job,
certainly
Princess.
it's certainly one way to deal with it, but perhaps Jin is correct. If they can't get in from below, and they were to come in from the top, they'd have to come through the camps, and I'd rather risk us fighting in a funnel than risk defending the camps across a wide area.
What if they
Right.
do both? If it's an army, they ain't going to come up that road single file, are they?
I feel we would have noticed an army gathering, but I suppose it depends where from and how long for they've been tunnelling.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to
Yeah,
Just a
figure
suggestion.
out
Scam.
one way or the
As many options as you can. Go on,
Scathy just went, oh no, what's wrong?
To the back.
It always
Now
matters
it's
if
fine.
if you
It doesn't
thought of
matter.
something.
Yeah.
Oh
If you
no.
have something to say, it might be best to just say it. You may not get another chance.
Well, I'll
For-
go get my armor. I'll be back. And I'll just turn and go downstairs.
I'll be back.
I'll be staying with my sister while she identifies the circlet.
Pulls her names
What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Tell me all your
I'll be-
secrets.
I'll be helping Zeph put on her armor, needing
Uh,
to
I'll
breathe
also be-
himself.
Helping
By
Zeph put on her armor.
Helping
Here.
Jin, helping Zeph, put on the other.
It's like a chain. Crix just hands it to Jin, and Jin then puts it on Zeph.
Oh, I was wrong.
Conveyor
I've
belt.
just opened the item for my purposes. It wasn't an emerald. It was an amethyst.
Oh, you've fucked it now.
Sorry.
You've ruined the session. Start again.
Bastard. So you go and put your armour on, which is conveniently the amount of time it'll take Zerazella to ritually cast Identify to save a spell slot. You return.
I'll sort of ask Zeph. What do you think? On one hand, I say take the circlet with us. On the other hand, defend at this place. They might need it back.
I don't know, Jin. Oddly enough, my brain still isn't over the fact that Azura just died, so I have no clue. And I just potentially broke the magic at the Great Tree forever, and I don't know what to. I don't know.
I mean, Tree got blessed once, a long time ago. Can be blessed again. Not necessarily worried about that part. Gods owe us a favor anyway.
Do they?
But yeah, well, no offense to their almightiness, but if they would have been able to do what we just did for them, then they would have done it, don't you think? But aside that, could just what Whatever happens, let's stay close to each other, alright?
Yeah.
Got 2 feral cats we can send into combat, so I suppose we've got that going for us.
Let's not let the cats do all the work.
Oh no, I mean, I'm fine. I had a short rest.
I mean, I don't know if you felt that, but
I did.
oh,
Yes, that wasn't pleasant.
I need another short rest.
Well, we got a moment after we got you armed up. Silence before the storm and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Take a moment.
Let's go hear what Sarazella has to say, and then just consider our life choices for a while. How about that?
Yeah, life choices are definitely something that's on my mind right now.
Yeah.
Alright. You good?
Yeah. Gotta be. Let's go.
And we rejoin the room.
Cool. Making their way back into the foyer, Saphira in her shining armour. Sarazella, you. Ding! Completes her identify spell. And she looks up at Scath and gives you a nod of... And then explodes! No.
Told you we could.
It's the one downfall, yeah. It's perfectly fine unless identified.
Wait for the others to get back before I do ask Sarazella, so
Yeah?
what did it come back as? If you say cursed, we don't want to know anything else.
So everyone regathers. Sarazella stands, holds up the circlet. This is the circlet of the Protected Pact. It is a wondrous item, legendary, some might say. As you can probably imagine, requires attunement.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst wearing and attuned to this circlet, the wearer is immune to magic that allows other creatures to read their thoughts, determine if the wearer is lying, and attempts to locate or scry upon the wearer through divination magic. Any allies within 30 feet of the wearer make their saves against these magics with advantage. Whilst attuned to the circlet, your charisma score raises by 5 to a maximum of 25. You can use an action to cast the Detect Thoughts spell with it. The save is DC 16 unless the spell save DC of the wearer is higher. And the circlet can't be used again this way until the next dawn. The most important thing, I couldn't find any curse on it.
That's not to say there isn't one. We had the braces looked at before. First, they said there was no curse until it was put on.
Shit wizard.
Well, if that was why you asked me to do it, why did you ask me to do it if you knew...
But
If you don't want to wear it, I'll wear it for a bit.
it's not good to me, that. I mean, a powerful wizard wearing it would make...
I use my smarts, not my charm.
I'll look at Jin and Zafira with this one. Keeping them in the bag together is a bad idea.
Well, it's the safest place if we're not going to use it. Unless you're going to wear it on your head or eat it.
If you're trying to hide it, the fact that the wearer cannot be tracked by any means, period, seems quite a good way to keep it hidden. But that
Very
does
true.
require you to attune to it. Just
You
have to
carry it if you
hope
want.
it's not cursed.
I'll take a curse for you, boss. And boss lady.
Say if it was cursed, I can remove curses now. At least
that last time,
temporarily. Well, yes, it temporarily worked. And he got the bracers off.
Yes, and
It's
then
just long
left
enough.
Zero scarred.
Of all the
Yes.
items, this is probably the one to be at least cursed.
Are we staying to fight then? Is that the agreed? I just need
Yes.
to know.
No, we're not leaving the tree behind.
Cool. Then one of us should definitely swing that weapon. By us, I mean, and I kind of gesture at the paladins, you guys, anyone. Gava.
Benefits from it the most out of us.
Point to Zafira.
Whoever's the most charismatic, I would assume.
Point to
Yeah,
Zafira.
which
You might wear it and become the most charismatic.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
I
Idea.
believe.
It's a risk.
Is
It's up to you to bear it or not.
It's only like picking up a sword and putting it down if you reckon you can remove the curse for a little bit. Maybe wear it into the battle and then
well,
take it off.
yes, but knowing what happened to Azura, if the same thing were to happen to me, that would mean that my
Charm.
my ability to talk to people would be significantly less successful.
But if you say that only happened to Azura when he removed it, then don't remove it.
It's the stuff that was happening whilst he was still wearing it as well.
It siphoned his strength. It would have eventually have killed him if he turned them on or kept them on.
I'm going to ask then. I'll open to the group. Bargains. Does anybody else have a bag of holding? We could buy off you. That way we've got another bag we can put it in. Whilst one of us carries it.
I've got an actual bag.
Fortunately not.
But yeah, I'll ask the paladins and ask Sarah see, everyone.
Yeah, fuck. Anyone
I'll
got one?
kind of, I also kind of look to the paladin, sort of a. What do you think?
I think that I am strong of mind. You've just watched me battle from within. I can happily wear the circlet if you want. And if it curses me, then so be it. But what
We
if
want it far away from the tree.
That was going to be my next point. I won't be leaving the tree, so if I cannot remove it, it will be remaining here, which is counterpoint. You might as well attune to it, Zafira. And at least if you're cursed, you can still take it away.
I'll take the circlet, and I will hold it out to Zafira. You're the only choice at this point.
I suppose I am.
Again, the nature of the Dominion mountain braces was inherently afflicted by those that came before. It was built to siphon the strength and the energies. That was its purpose. The purpose of this, in title, is a protected pact, and its intention is clearly to hide its wearer.
I'll put my hand on Zeph to hold her back for just a moment as I take a look at the paladins present. There's a condition. This is a truth that you need to know. I've been looking into ways to destroy these items so that they cannot do what they set out to do. This means, potentially, destroying the circlet as well. know if we take it. And if we find a way, your tree will never get its power back. The risk these items pose is too great. Are you still willing to give it to us? Take away. Let them disappear into dust.
Denala turns. The Circlet has clearly empowered the tree for centuries before record. That era has come to an end. Unless, even if you were to bring the Circlet back to the tree, none of us have any knowledge of how to get the roots to grow around it in such a way that it empowers the tree. We have no knowledge of this. So if the tree is to have lost its power, it's no longer offering protection, then I'd rather see it gone.
I'll give Denala's robe a little pull.
Yes, Crixus.
The tree's staying though, yeah?
The tree is a
Time will
place for pilgrimage and worship that will never change.
So it'll never lose its power.
Wise words.
In that sense,
Is
I
a
suppose.
symbol in that sense, yes. It will always have that pull to those.
It's just like the arena, brother.
And if you are willing to run this risk, in the days that are to come, we go and find the third. Hopefully prevent it as well falling into wrong hands. After this, you will have energies to be put into recovery. I'm aware of this. But I will also require energies to be put into the pursuit of knowledge to destroy these items. This is not something that is something we can do. We need knowledge, maybe locked away, hidden, archived through centuries of gathering it. You understand what I'm asking here?
Sorry, who were you talking to there, mate?
To the paladins.
Oh, yes. I thought you were talking to Zeph. Sorry, I was posting the link to the item.
Amazing. Just so you know, Zach.
Just so you know, yeah.
You know what I'm asking of you?
Yeah. We're gonna
I know
destroy
what I'm saying.
everything. Yeah.
I
Let
know
us
the sage,
deal
but
with
damn.
let us deal with what is to come.
Still holding the circle out to you. You need to do it now.
Take it. And I'll have a look at it.
Doesn't
Been a
seem to
while
have worked,
since I've
so I will
worn
take
it.
a picture.
It's been a while since I've worn anything of the sort. Takes yourself, deep breath, turns it, and then sets it upon her head. Careful with the horns.
The first thing you notice, as you put it on, you all watch as it changes its form to fit comfortably. Because not everyone's head is the same size.
Amen to that.
So it rests comfortably. The front filigree and amethyst resting in the middle of your forehead, betwixt the horns. Sarazella pipes up. You does require arcane attunement, so I suggest you sit and you concentrate for an hour.
No rest for the wicked. Sits down on one of the pews.
You.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'll
So
turn
you
to
would-
the paladins once more. We require wood to make stakes, to make barricades. Anybody who's able to walk, hold a weapon, or a sharpened stick should be able to do so. We don't know how many there are. We need a patrol and perimeter around the tree itself. We need forces inside in order to stopgap the way down to the roots.
Denala gestures to
Whilst we-
Garvan over near the doorway and he nods. A lot of the guards have gone out trying to check the camps, make sure no one's lying dead in camp, so a lot of the people will be gone. But the paladins are all there ready. The cage that Veta and Soraya deconstructed earlier, the wood of that still nearby, just outside, so you can gather that, start sharpening the ends of it. Start
Whilst we've
working
been-
to plan and form a blockade. Go on, Scath.
Whilst we've been stood here and talking and obviously doing stuff like this, can we still been feeling these rumbles?
You've not felt one since I last said one, since you were down there. And then you do feel another one.
What
So
a prick.
there's still, right.
They're still coming.
Oh, we fixed it.
Oh, shit. Oh. They must have thought the thing was gone, so they fucked it off.
Jen, do you have any more healing pots? Because I'm feeling a little bit sore.
You can get another short rest in, because Zeph's got to attune to this for an hour, so you're just going to be hanging about, setting up, gathering people, blah, blah, blah. It's enough for a short rest if you want to knock another one of them. Spend some hit
Yeah, I'll
dice.
use my head die. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have to.
I'll use all of them until I'm full.
Oh,
Me...
get 20
I'll also
back.
be
the-
strongly suggested that we determine the battlefield, not putting people everywhere. I'll reiterate my idea of smashing the tunnel in so they can't come out. Force them where you want them. We don't want a few people stood in that tunnel just with sticks. We want everyone
No.
at the same place.
We have two options, as I see it, Grixis. Blow the tunnel and face them in an open field. Or we can
Or
not
bait
blow
them
the
to the
tunnel
tunnel.
and have them here.
Kerez pipes up again.
Here, where? In the temple.
I'd rather
this,
us
like,
fight them
Corridor.
than fight them across the fields.
When
Could be spread too thin on the fields.
exactly. Sorry, Pidge. When you go into the tunnels,
Mhm.
yeah, and you said it's massive. Is it when you say
They'd
massive?
have to come up that rocky thing to get
Yes,
to the temple.
I'm imagining in my head, I am this big, and it is like looking at my background, like cave-wise. It's just
Yeah, it's an expansive area, but to get
Yeah,
up to the
underground.
temple, they'd
They're
have
coming
to
up
come
through- they're
through the
coming through
tunnels,
to-
up
yeah.
that rocky climb to get up there.
How wide's the tunnel?
15, 20 feet opening. To a,
Yeah, like 4 or 5 of us stood there at one point, so
We could fight them where the chains were at the start.
Just bait them where you want them.
If they have to climb up that large rocky cliff like a bit, if anyone that has range capability were at the top to have elevation, and then the melee further down, have the high ground. Give
So 2
advantage.
questions. 1, baiting them there. Good. 2, are they that dumb to try it?
They're desperate
We
enough
don't
to
know.
get the item.
That's the
Were
thing. We
before.
don't know. We don't know what's coming. We don't know how many they're coming. We don't know how strong they're coming. There's questions that we don't know the answer to. We are preparing for the worst, but we can hope for the best.
They
I
could
look
have brought a
across the
cave
desk.
troll.
Oh, yeah. Fucking 6 of them now in pitch. All riding
Troll in the
other game
dungeon.
trolls. Yeah.
Troll in the dungeon.
I can offer another point, should you wish.
Not from you all the time.
Go ahead.
If we were to block the tunnels, there's nothing to stop them coming topside anyway. So,
You don't want 2 battlefields.
perhaps
Fighting on 2 fronts would be.
if we have to fight them funneled, rather than if we block it and they go back and come topside anyway, then we've just cut off access to the routes and have to fight them anyway.
Again, we're asking questions we don't know the answer to.
The only way is to wait for them to come to find out those answers. So
I understand we can shore up, we can block stuff, what we need to do, put spikes, barriers, whatever, fair enough, but
Denala pipes up.
You need to bait them.
I should like to perhaps request that we lock Azura's form in one of the rooms. For if it goes wrong and the fight spills out into the temple, I wouldn't want to have to fight around protecting his body.
I don't think we're going to get that funeral today, are we?
I look at Max.
We weren't having the funeral until your sister brought his parents, which is at least tomorrow anyway.
So,
Lock him away. Keep him safe.
Garvan pipes up.
We'll have to
Steve,
use-
Sally, carry him to my room.
The main chambers will be our fallback point anyway. If we get overrun, fall back there, continue to fight.
we also need a way out because we get blocked in from both fronts. We need a way out.
They're going to go straight for the boss lady.
Yep.
Thus, we need a way out if needed.
I mean,
Well,
I know
if
your
they
sister
recognise
said
it.
it.
Sarasella pipes up. If needs be, I can take the 8 of us away in an instant, and then rubs her forehead again. If we could get to the circle, I can get us away.
Fucking tasty spell slots.
Gotta get these powerful people burning. Fucking. She just starts fireballing the ceiling for no reason. Oh no, I've got no power left. Oh no.
Cantrip.
Fight them at the entrance. Pull back step by step if we need to.
I know.
Use the circlet. Protect the temple if we can.
I know the tree's a place of holiness and whatnot, but does the tree itself have an armory to be able to armor anybody up, clip anyone?
Unfortunately, this is not
Just
a.
us.
Yeah, this is not a. I can't think of the word. It's not a bastion of. It's not a fortress. It's a place of worship. We have power. If we are to be overrun by an army that want a certain thing, then we take the certain thing away. And thus, hopefully that will dissuade the army. That's if it even is an army.
Crazy suggestion then. Could we just leave now? And when they get here, they see the thing they've come for's not here. So don't try and kill everyone. Just put it out there. I'll swing my sword where you want me to.
I have no idea how salty they'll be, Crixus.
I'm going to say the same thing. It's like they might see it's not here and they may still try and take the anger out on whoever is here.
Cool. Bloodshed. Let's go.
I mean,
So you discuss your
this is not
plans
Yeah.
over the course of the next hour. You hear another 2 rumbles. It's definitely getting closer.
Can I have 5 minutes with Jin before you
Yeah.
cinematic kill us all?
Yeah.
Boss man, can I have a word, boss man?
Of course.
And I'll kind of pot her off away from the group.
I'll walk with him.
I know we've discussed like blocking this, smashing this, killing this, backtracking, main room, temple, circle, etc. Call it when the boss lady needs to leave. And me and Max will make sure you get on.
For everyone to get out. But protecting the Circlet is going to be priority.
You said yourself you need it destroying. Just give the nod.
Go.
And I'll start walking back to the group.
Brother sure trains them suicidal. And I'll follow.
Just call over my shoulder. The undefeated.
Uh-huh.
Until roll initiative happens. My first loss.
No.
No.
An hour passes as Zafira sits to one side, pretending to be Abe. You. Concentrating, focusing. Locking in. The first question, as I look across your sheet, I scroll down to see you do have an attunement slot available. Because that would have been awkward.
It fails.
It fails. Surprise. So
dragon. Just because I gave. What did I give away?
The spell storing ring.
Yeah.
To Azura. Shit.
Now to Jin.
Yeah.
So, if you'd like to refresh your sheet, because I've just made the item I created has worked properly, and now with a +7 charisma.
That's 18 saving throw.
18 charisma save. Fucking hell.
Good luck with that. Spanish, no.
So,
No.
the first thing,
Don't you even think about it.
as you settle,
Oh, Lord.
give me the first of a few, so prepare yourself.
Oh, Lord.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. Remembering you only have
23.
your... Yep, that's fine. You
I have a
gain
plus.
you
Oh
gain
my
10
God.
temporary hit points.
Yay. Just so you guys know, you now get a +7 when you're near me.
By the
Is
power
that
of
an
the
all
tree.
saving throw?
Yeah. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
14.
14. You lose. You can spend them however you wish, but you lose up to 3 spell slots of power. So
I don't
one
have
3.
any available anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you what have you got?
Well, yeah, I have 1 3, so I'm
So,
now
yeah.
completely out of power.
Yeah.
So
So
whatever.
you lose that. Give me
Great.
a wisdom
How
saving
useful.
throw.
27.
27. You gain 2 casts. You'll have to write this down. You gain 2
God.
casts of the Sanctuary spell for free.
Oh. I'll just. Where do I write this down?
If you want to give yourself spell slots back that you have to cast Sanctuary, that's fine. Just make a little note of it.
It's first level.
Yeah, that's fine. Just give yourself 2 first level spell slots that you have to use on Sanctuary. That's fine if you want to do it that way.
Right.
Are they one and done, Pitch? Or are they...
You just have 2 casts of Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I'm out of power, technically, but I can do 2
that's
sanctuaries.
just two Sanctuaries. Yeah. And give me a Charisma saving throw with disadvantage. Fuck your 18.
Like it matters.
30.
30? Nice. Your next... You'll have to write this down as well. Your next attempt to persuade or intimidate or anything that uses charisma is a critical success. Your next one thing
is a nat 20.
It's like a nat 20, yeah.
Yeah.
So whether you persuade someone or intimidate someone or whatever's charisma, performance, your next one thing is basically a guaranteed success. One thing.
Hey.
Just for clarity, Pitch, the 3 power slots on the failed intelligence, is that you've just lost it or it's not?
Yeah, she feels as the attunement settles in, she feels the spell slots just...
It just
not
goes
permanent
down.
loss.
It's not a permanent
So it's not a permanent loss, no. She's just just had a blast of spent energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just for clarity, in case Lucy's like, long rest, no magic.
Surprise.
No smite, fuck.
Sad. No more Crusader's Mantle. Sad.
And as all of those things happen and settle, you kind of watch Saphira get, invigorated. Army spells. I feel really charismatic for some reason. It all settles.
She's journaling herself, Max.
You don't feel cursed, but I suppose you wouldn't know what being cursed feels like if you are cursed. You don't know.
I love that for myself. Great.
Whether you are or are not, it's impossible to tell.
Okay.
I've had an epiphany, Max.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
If you're journaling yourself, is it just writing in your diary?
It's self-reflection.
Good BRB, guys.
Yeah. That's where we're going to wrap up there, mate. We've just attuned. So that's
that. Come back then.
See you later. With an army or whatever is coming below, Saphira now attuned to the artifact that once powered the great tree. And with a cold, stiff Azura on Garvin's bed.
Yeah.
What will happen in the and obviously an hour's passed now, so you've got sub half an hour before whatever's gonna happen will happen one way or another. But we will come back, make final plans and preparations, and see what happens next week. Yes. Well done, everybody. Good stuff. I couldn't... Not that my trying to force you to put the fucking thing on. I'll just put it in a bag.
When the wee man was like, "Yeah, give it here," I fucking put it on. I'd have gone, "Yeah, mate."
I guess I didn't have to write my speeches until this week. It could have taken another week.
Yeah.
That's Stiflar's Story Dice's fault, because that could have been anywhere from 1 to 20 hours, and she got a 2. So looks like the tunnelers have been a lot more efficient than anyone could have anticipated.
Urgency.
What the fuck?
It'd be like a Ewok party.
Why are the tunnelers in the first place? Can we just not?
We could just not, but everything everywhere all at once. You're not the only people that want the artifacts, and you spent a long time in Dragoon.
Hey,
they've been on the way. That's true, yeah. Yeah.
We'd have been hitting them with that circlet, not tuning to it.
Fuck off!
Taking people's eyes out with leaves.
Taste my glaze, sucker!
That was genius, by the way. When Jen's like, right, take this leaf, hold it above your head, and walk towards the horrible monster.
Forgetting half of the important details.
Clearly don't love
I don't
her as much.
Well done, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity earlier. Crazy bastards.
Say the magic words.
What?
Pineapple.
What magic words? I'm not robbing Hades' magic words, if that's what you mean. Goodbye, players. But yes, we will see you all next week. And yes, for those, since Hades did it, let me do it. We'll have to set up a command. Hades channel, heavy_RPG. They do D&D based streamages games as well. Charity stuff. We are, well, most of us are playing in Heavy's game on a bi-Monday. Bi-weekly Monday game. I'm trying to talk. Heavy RPG. There we go. Oh, you know what I should have just done?
I was on fire on Monday.
Yeah, I know.
Literally.
my gammy eye's still fucking sore.
I quite enjoyed the anime. The anime end to that.
That's it, mate. Got a minute for a minute. But yes.
And the mage armor. Don't forget the mage armor.
Follow, the mage armor. Follow the shout out. Please go follow Heavy's channel. Send some love that way as well. And we will see you all soon. Tatty bye. Ta-ta-ta. Toodle-doo. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.